Good morning, Soldier Boy here, and welcome back to Assassin's Creed Shadows for what is live stream number 42 as we continue our journey in the game and our Platinum Trophy hunt. Good morning, I hope your week is going well. We're back today for 3.5 hours as we continue on from last Thursday's stream where we focused on the trophies to a degree. And we were trying to get as close as we can to the Platinum Trophy. Now, we have not had issues, but the one thing I would say is slowing us down a little bit in doing this is me. So I tend to get sidetracked, see something I want to look at and go and do that instead of focusing just on trophies. Now, the reason for this, though, is also we need every legendary animal. Now, the legendary animals only appear certain times of the year in certain seasons and certain locations. We have the locations as we had to have the locations to be able to do this. Otherwise, I don't think we'd find them naturally without knowing the locations and when they would appear, which goes against every grain in my body to do so, but I really don't have a choice. Thanks for the like, but I was much appreciated. We would never be able to get this done without knowing these locations, unfortunately. But at the same time, I thought because of the update they did where you could change time and stuff, changing the season would be a lot quicker. I was wrong. So we soon realised that actually changing the season wasn't as easy as I thought it was from the update. Which means we can't rush this because there's no way of rushing it. If we could change the season and do all those animals in one go, we would. But unfortunately, there is no way of doing that. So exploring, fitting in the bits on the map we haven't been to, kind of now becomes a must as we kind of need to fill the time while we're waiting for the seasons to change. So it does make sense. But also there's other things we still need to do for the other remaining trophies. So the focus is on the legendary animals when the season changes, and once the season changes and we've got the legendary animal from that season, the focus then turns to the other trophies that we still need to do. Now, the other trophies, there's not many at all. One of them is to fully upgrade your rations. To do this, we need to get all the food items and hand them in. I think we're missing 3, which means, again, we need to be checking towns we've not been to fully and making sure that they're done, essentially. So again, something we can focus on alongside. Do complete every Kujikiri. Thank you for the like, I much appreciated. Which again is something we need to do all the question marks for to find. So I had a few people complain that I wasn't focusing just on the trophies, and normally when you trophy up, you do. But I was trying to explain that actually I can't just focus on the trophies because we need to do other things for the trophies, if that makes sense. So we have left fully upgrade your rations, which is the food. Finish an enemy who is poisoned and dazed. That's something I've got to look at. Sheath your weapon after enemy dies and bleed. Again, that's something we need to kind of work on. I'm kind of leaving those for the minute because we won't have to go and explore for them. It'll just be find some enemies and do them. We've got to complete all Kujikiri. That involves all the question marks and finding all the rest of them. I don't know how many there are in total. Legendary animals, we need 4 of the 5 now. We've done 1, I think. And then add a Sumi-E to the hideout. That will take seconds. So that's not that big a deal, that last one. So the focus is, I think, Kujikiri, which means exploring the map, and legendary animals when the season changes. I think has to be our focus. But yeah, I get why people were saying it. But at the same time, the way we do things is more natural than maybe just trophy hunting. And as the Kujikiri need doing, we kind of need to explore for that. Now, for those that aren't aware, Assassin's Creed Mirage released a while ago now. I can't remember exactly when it released. But they have announced there was a DLC coming. And as of yesterday, they announced a teaser trailer and then a full trailer and a date of release. So this DLC for Assassin's Creed Mirage, which no one knew was coming till recently, is releasing on the 18th of November. Now, I'm hoping it's a midnight release. And if so, we'll start it on that 18th of November, the Tuesday morning. If it's not, and it's an afternoon release, then we'll have to wait until the 19th. But we will be moving to Mirage to complete the DLC when it arrives. There is a brand new map, I think they say roughly 5 hours of story, new map, and the general gist from what I saw yesterday is you are Basim, and it takes place before the end of Mirage, which is weird, but it's Basim's search for his father. That's kind of all I kind of gathered, and that's all I wanted to kind of know. I didn't want to go any further than that. So that will release on the 18th of November. So that's something we will be doing on release. But we finally have some news at least from it. Right, let's load in. The story-wise of this is done. There is a couple of places we haven't really explored much, and I'm pretty sure there's story missing from them. Also, the Animus stuff we want to focus on as well. Now, let's have a look on the mission board in a second. We are in a coffin that we were in at the end of last stream, and as you see, it's not been completed yet. The ancient tomb of Nanjo. Now, this tomb confused the hell out of us at the end of last stream, so we didn't get a chance to finish it for running out of time. But we also got messed up. We kind of went in different directions, kind of lost where we was going, couldn't complete it because of that, and we ran out of time. So we started today with completing the coffin. That's going to be the first thing we'll look at. We go to objectives. We will have new missions for the Animus now. We completed the rift that was there last time, so when there's a new rift, we'll go and do that because we want to complete the Animus stuff where possible. Yeah, anomalies, all this kind of stuff. We do want to do these. We've got 2 days and 10 hours for those. We do want to do those as and when we can because we want to complete the Animus stuff, which is here, the projects. We have fully completed Awakening. That is now done. We're working on Legacy next, and then we'll go on to the other two when we get a chance to. We're not doing these for the rewards. We're actually doing these for the data fragments that give us more story on the load-up page, in the Animus page, so the encrypted data files. They're what we're doing this for more than the rewards. We don't use the rewards because they're too futuristic. But that's kind of our focus with those, is the encrypted data files where possible. Okay, so let's try and figure out how we get out of this coffin. I'm still waiting for my little boy to say he's at school. It's still a bit early for him. Right, we got confused with this, and the reason we got confused is we kind of went the same place several times. Where is the chest, legendary chest? Can't see it. So if we head down here, obviously where there's lights, it means we've been here before, but I think we've been everywhere before. That's the question. I'm just trying to see where. Okay, there's the legendary chest we're after, I believe. I think it's that one. So we know it's up and to the left. There's nowhere else to go down here but this way. And then here you've got a slope going down there, which we don't want to go. We've already been here, as you can see from the thing. Let's go this way. That's another slope. We've always done okay with coffins, but this one, I don't know what it is about it, but I really got confused in terms of our direction of travel. Never really had an issue with coffins previous to this one. This one we have to climb up by the looks of things. Another way to go by the looks of things. That'll be my little boy, I think. Sending me at school, hopefully. It's Tuesday today, so on Tuesday my other half goes training in the evening. Me and my little boy have like an hour and a half together, and it's normally we don't play games or we've got different projects, building projects on the go. Been teaching him chess recently for a new chess club that's starting at school. But we bought a game at the weekend. We was in a shop and we saw this game, and he wanted it because he's played it before. Called Shut the Box. Never played it, never heard of it. He's going to teach me how to play this evening, which will be interesting. Right, there's nothing else that way. This is when we solved this immediately, and it's like, why did we not solve this last time? Slide down there. Okay, 2 ways to go. That way and that way. Let's try this way. Okay, I might regret that because now we're back to where we started. We're exactly back to where we just started a minute ago. How does that work? Right, we can't do. We've got to go back around in a circle, so I think we've got to take the other way. If that makes sense. So we went down here and then we climbed up. And there was a right-hand turn we didn't take. So let's try the right-hand side this time and see where that takes us. But this was what was so confusing. We kept ending up back at where we started. And that's what we need to try and not do and solve. Once we're out of here, we'll look at the season and stuff and see where we're going from there, but we've got to solve the coffin first. Right, we went left a minute ago. We went up the stairs there, so let's go right. That's a slope down up there. Okay, we can't go right as that's sloped. Oh, what's this? That's where that's the legendary chest there. So we can't go either of these two because of the slopes.
I can't get up there.
Yeah. Which means we have to go that way. Hang on. That's a climbing bit there. I'm not missing something above us, am I? No. Try to see. That looked like there was something above us, but I don't think there is. Right, so we have to go this way, which takes us back to where we started. This is why you can see why we got confused at the end of last stream trying to finish this. Okay, so that's that way. So because of that, then we either need to go down into there, which I don't think we do, or up this way. Let's try this way and see where this takes us. Okay. Right, there's water there, but I think going up there is the important bit. There's a climb point here. Okay, so this takes us out. That's to the beginning of the game. So we don't want to be going that way then. Okay, so the only way we haven't just been then when we've been trying to work out which way to go is at this start point here is in the water, which I don't think is the way to go, or this way, and then we take a right instead of a left. This is why we got confused, but it's just a case of working out what way we should be going. But this is where coffins can get really frustrating. So we want to go right this time instead of left. Let's see where this takes us. But it is a case sometimes of just keep doing the same directions, but just change which way you go. So we have been in here before as well. Now in here there's one way to go, and that's through that doorway there. We did think there was something up top, but I don't think there is. So, and we've always done the same trick in coffins of lighting up the torches so we know where we've been. In this one, that hasn't made any help or made much difference. We still got stuck. But a lot of time it is just perseverance and remembering where you've been, essentially. Right, there's light up there. I don't think there's a way up. It did look like that's climbable, but we actually found we couldn't get any higher there. There is nowhere else to go in here. What we're after is over that way and higher up as well. This is heading further down, isn't it? Which is not really where we want to be going, but that's water down there. And there's nowhere to go underwater from what we can see. And in here there's a crawl through point, and that's it. There's nothing else in this one. I didn't mean to take the light out, to be fair. Right. I think there is no choice direction. It is straight here. So coffins have never really presented this much of an issue, but this one really confused me. Right, where are we now? Don't go back under, that's not what I wanted to do. So there's water here, but nothing major. That what yellow stick normally dictates that's a path to follow. There's nothing else in this area. There's just one way to go. Again, anywhere to go in here? Is it still one way? I think it's still one way. Okay. So obviously there's a way up there to get to. Where is our treasure from here? It's not even showing up, is it? Which means it may be too far away. Okay, let's have a look at this. So, ledge here. There's a way across there, and there's... I think you climb up there, essentially, don't you? I think we jump into water, then we climb up to there from here. Say that, it's not very deep. Let's just have a quick look underwater in case we've missed a passageway underwater, which I don't think we did. No, there's nothing here. Okay, so we've got to go up. More promising the route we were previously on, but I'm sure we've done this when we're trying to find our way around. Right, so the only way to go is through this doorway. Just light that up so we know we've done it. Okay. Why does this look familiar? Okay, so two ways to go, left and right, left and ahead. Left is a slope down. And can't see any treasure. And this way is a slope down too. This is the thing, whatever way we go now is a slope down, which means we've got to come all the way back if we don't get this right. But I can't see where the treasure is. Let's go this way then, see what happens. Where's this going to end us up? If that's not lit up, maybe... Have we done it? Have we actually figured out a way we've not been before? Because that wasn't lit up, which is unusual for us. Right. So we're climbing up there, I think. The water's shallow, so we can't even go down. I so hope this is done. Right, there's the treasure after there. There's a doorway. We haven't put any lights on here, I don't think. Oh, there's one there. Okay, that's the way we came. What's that there? I think we've done. I think we may have done it. I say that. I'm not 100% sure. Being careful in case there's a slope that makes us slide down, because I really don't want to go down. That's the slope that goes down, isn't it? Is there another way to go here, or is that the only way? I think that is the only way, isn't it? Okay. See, we've been here before as well. So we thought we'd done it then. Thank you for the like, it was much appreciated. We thought we'd done it, but we've been here as well. This was the way we were before.
I can't climb this.
You can climb there. We're literally at the top. Oh, there's nowhere to go from there. Yeah, look, you're right at the top there. You could climb that. But yeah, so we've actually gone back on ourselves. We've actually already been here. But I didn't see another choice of direction to go there. That was the thing. There was never another choice. I think we're back to the beginning again, which means we must have missed something. Yeah, look, back at the beginning. Which tells me we've missed something when it comes to which way to go. Hang on. Can you get up there? War After's just ahead of us, just there. Is there a climate point we haven't seen here? By the looks of it. Seems weird this bit's here, that's all. I wonder if there's a swim through. Because everything else seems to go round in a circle. No. I did wonder if there was something, but no, this is just empty. So, that's just sent us round in a massive circle then, hasn't it? But I didn't see another way to go, which was weird. I don't think we had any real choice in terms of direction. This is the beginning again. So this is why I'm really confused. I just don't know where we're meant to go. I don't like giving up either, that's the thing. I want to make sure we get this done. But I'm kind of confused. And this is what confused us in the last stream. There is something we're missing, a route we haven't seen, and we need to take. But what is that route? There must be another way to go on this way. It's the way we just went a minute ago. There must be another path we didn't see. Because there's no other way to really think about it, is there? There must be something. There's always a way to do it. But yeah, I'm guessing there's something small we're missing in terms of which way to go at a certain point. Right, so that's brought us straight back round to here. The two slopes that she won't climb up. And we're back to here again. We went left, didn't we? So we want to go right this time. As I say, it is just trial and error of making sure we go in the direction that we need to go in. So we went left last time, let's go right. Yeah, I kind of feel like we are missing something. It's just those on the floor. I wonder what the noise was. Right, so in here, there is just one way to go, isn't there? We'll need to be heading up, essentially, is where we should be going. Okay, there's only one way to go here, and that's through here. And then we're dropping down to there, aren't we? There's definitely nowhere else to go in here. Double checking this, because obviously there's a route we're missing or we're not seeing for some reason. So we just need to make sure we have checked everything. Yeah, there's nothing else here. We have already checked here, we've got to make sure. Thing is, the yellow flag we saw at a certain point, that to me says we're going in the right direction. That's generally what they entail. It's through that hole, weren't it? Right, it's too dark in here to see a change in direction. I think there isn't one. So we can't go left or right here. It is straight on only. There's nothing to the right. I know it's too dark to really see any change in direction. There's no way there. So that yellow flag says to me we're on the right, we're going the right direction. Because that's generally what they dictate, especially when there's a path to follow. We're not missing anything here, are we? Doesn't seem to be. It is a weird place to have a flag, to be honest. The biggest thing is also making sure we don't fall down unexpectedly. if we get to that sliding point, we kind of know we're gone the wrong way. Is that something up there? She won't climb any higher, so I don't think it is. Yeah, there's no ledge or anything here. Right, this goes to the right, and then we're back here again. So we know we've got to climb up there. There is no other way to go, is there? Which is what I'm just double checking now. So right, that's where we need to go up to get to what we want, which would make sense to go up there. I've never had so many issues with a Kofun before. Okay. That's where we came in. There's no other ledges here. Let's go over this way. So, and then we got a choice of direction here. One of them goes to a slope down, doesn't it? We know that. I think we went... So that's left. There's a slope down there. This is straight ahead and there's a slope down there. I'm trying to remember which one we went to last time. I can't remember which one we went to. That's the annoying thing. Do we go left or straight on here last time? Because we want to do the opposite to see if that's the right way to go. I can't see where we're meant to be heading towards now either. Too far away from it, I think. I want to say we headed left last time. What I'm going to do is extinguish these. No, because I think we went left. Let's do that. We'll extinguish this one. We're going to go... Yeah, I think we went left. We're going to go straight ahead. And if we're wrong, we know we need to head left. Right, anything above. There's what we're after up there. So we definitely need to go up somewhere. There's nothing here. Okay, that goes up there. How are we getting across to there though? I don't remember this bit. So there's anything in the water. And for some reason I don't remember this at all, this bit. Okay, that takes us up that way. That's where we're going. There's a ledge there as well. Okay, this looks promising. Maybe we have figured it out. Ah, there's a way through there. We've been through here? We've been in here because we've already got the chest from in here. Okay. There's no way to go there. It's just a normal chest. That's not the one we're after to finish the Kofun off. So I'll light that up so we know we've been in here. So we have been this way before, so there must be a choice of direction in a minute. But we've made the wrong choice at some point, I think. Especially if we've already been here. Right, we're swinging across. There we go. Alright, as far as I can see, there's no other way to go here. It is up this way. My concern is if there's a slope that drops us down, obviously then we have a problem. Because we've got to go all the way back round. Okay, where are we going from here? So I think that's where we're heading to over there. can't see where we go next, to be fair. There's climb points there. Oh, I think we're going... I wonder if we did come in this way last time and then couldn't see where to go and thought it was a dead end. Right, there's nowhere else to go in here. It is this way. No, we've done a circle. Or have we? Both of these look familiar. We've obviously been here because the chest is open. There's no other option to go anywhere. This is why this has been so confusing. I swear we've been here. So, I don't know which way is the correct way. Both of them slide down is the concern. There's no other way to go here by the looks of things. Okay. This way is lit up down there, which makes me think we've been that way. What we'll do, extinguish that one, we'll go this way, and then if we have to come right back on ourselves to figure this out, at least we know which one we've been to. We'll light that up. This looks different, and there's nothing lit up, which would say to me we've not been here. But I can't remember exactly where we tried last time. That's a crawl point, which again doesn't look like we've been in. We always light things up when we go anywhere to make sure we know where we've been. If there's nothing lit up, that says to me we have not been here. Where are we now? That's over that way. Don't remember any of this. Again, nothing's lit up, which would make me think we've not been here. We're getting close. Maybe we've done it. Maybe. I don't recognise any of this so far. Why? What makes no sense is how we didn't figure this out the other day. If we've done it, what went wrong for us not to figure this out the other day? Right, don't be a slide down because we need to stay high here. Oh, please tell me we've done it. We have done it. Wow, after all that, and messing this up on the end of last Thursday's stream, we've actually done it. We've completed the coffin. Finally, it is done. The Tomb of Nanjo is complete. We did get a new katana for Noe as well. I'm just glad that's over with, to be honest. I think that's the most frustrating one we've done so far. The others we've previously done were so easy. We'd always got the right route, but this one was a nightmare. Okay. The way out, I think, if I remember correctly, is this way. Yeah. Up and over. Climb up. Toggle the swing. No, wrong way. It's not what I wanted to do. Right, toggle swing. Swing back and forth. There we go. And we're out of here. I'm just glad it's done. In all honesty, I'm just glad it's done. So as far as I can tell, we've only completed one of the legendary animals. We need to have a look at what ones are remaining. But it's still winter, so the winter animal is the heron, which we've completed. So yeah, we're still waiting for it to change to spring, and that means then we need to find the legendary deer. That's our next port of call there. What do we got nearby? So we still need, there's a Kakarika nearby. We are currently in Yamashiro. We might as well do Kakarika. There's a question mark here. Remember, we still need to find all the Kujikiri. So the question marks potentially could be those. There's a couple of things all together here. What's this? Hidden trail plus a house to buy. The Kakarikas are all houses to buy, essentially. We still need to upgrade more stuff in the hideout as well, so there's still some of those to look at. There's a gear merchant over here, and a question mark. If that's a town we've not been to, which it looks like it is, we need to go there because potentially one of the food items we need to fully upgrade the rations, which we also need to do, could be there. That looks like a whole town we've not been to. Although we've been to the viewpoint. Why have we been to the viewpoint, and which is a castle, and not explored the town? That makes a bit me. I don't know. That's very weird of me to have done that. In all honesty, it's not something I'd normally do. Right, so we could look at the weapon we picked up. So this is a new katana for that. No way, we're not using it. We're currently using the bow staff. We do need to store some of our gear shortly. We've got a new Tanto there. We need to compare that to our current. But the new katana we just gained is, we actually can't use it yet. The Warrior's Katana of Wandering. We need to be level 69 to be able to use that. As I say, we're currently using bow staff and Tanto, so we can do double assassinations. Can't do doubles without the Tanto. We have got a new one to use when we're level 70. This Tanto here, though, Yukimitsu's Revenge. Oh no, this was what we just gained from the Kofun, to be fair. So better weapon damage, ability damage goes up, poison build-up goes up. We lose vulnerable damage. Afflicted enemies are vulnerable. Okay. Well, let's swap to that then, I think. As I say, we only really use Tanto for double assassinations. Right. We'll go into that as it's next to us. We might as well head over there and complete that while we're here. And then I think we fast travel to the town over to the west, Takeda, and do that, as I think maybe there's a chance we get the food we need. Fast traveling also hopefully will move the season on a little bit, because that's the other thing. It's all about getting the season to move on, so we can actually do the next legendary animal. I honestly thought with the update you could actually do seasons yourself, and there is a change season button here, which I've just done. But you have to wait till the season's about to change anyway. You can't do it, or we couldn't change it immediately now to summer. Okay, so where do we need legendary animal then is the next thing. Where do we need to go for the spring? Spring is Yamato Yoshina, nighttime, looking for a deer. So we'll work that in a second. We're still going to quickly get the house. It's not nighttime, so it's not the end of the world to quickly go and do this. But yeah, we need to go. Where's my marker gone? I've discovered it. Eagle's Nest. Ah, there we go. It's there. Let's unlock that. There we go. We have it. So we need it to be nighttime for us to go to Yamato. We're in Yamashiro currently. Yamato is down here. What's that there? Oh yeah, we need to. That's the one for doing all those statues. We haven't completed that yet. What I'm thinking though, so we can't go there till it's night time, so we'll hold off for the minute. While we're here, we fast travel to here, do the Animus mission that's here. If it's not nighttime, we'll head to the town. If it is nighttime, we'll go and do legendary animal first. I think that's probably the best way. We are finding using No Way a lot is probably the best option, just because it's so much easier to explore with her. That is Yasuke. But we'll see what this is first. I think this is kill someone, essentially. Let's have a look. Purge corruptancies generally kill someone, and that looks to be the case. There's also a chest in here. Okay, where is the 99? It's over that way. Okay. There's actually a load of stuff in here by the looks of it. Our salvage chest is full. Okay, so we need to go back to our hideout at some point and empty the chest. Otherwise we can't pick any other stuff up. We've been in here because that chest is done, to be fair. There is another chest below us, it's saying, though. What's this? Palace Cura Key. Okay. Is anyone below us? The right enemies in here, but not directly below. Ah, that's the chest that's showing up. A new mask. There's another chest. This could go badly wrong if there's loads of enemies here. We don't need the chest as such. I'd rather focus on what we need to achieve, I think. I know I'm bad for getting that, going away from what we need, but yeah, let's focus on what we need. I know we need money to finish off upgrading more of the hideout. But let's see. So this will be someone we need to take down, I think. Normally, that's what Purge the Corrupt Entity is. So we need to find the person. We need to do this without being seen as much as we can. We've got one. Okay, we've got one kunai, annoyingly. So he's in there, over there, by the looks of things. Could do with some tool replenishment. There's no one around though. If we get seen, this will go wrong very quickly. We just need to try and sneak into the building, essentially. Right, drop down to here. Right, he's in that room there. Asleep, well, laying down at least. Right, is anyone here going to spot us? Guards to the right. There are people to the left, but not immediately here. All we're going to do is take the one person out and then get away. Someone's coming. Could hear someone walking around that. I'm just got to get to him. Insane. He's down. There's another lady there. Need to go through the doorway, but I need the lady to go away. I think she has.
What distracts me from my duties?
Insane. Oh, I didn't kill him. Think of the assassination I wanted there. He's down. That's what we needed. All we needed was just to get rid of that one person and we can get out of here. That's an Animus mission complete. There we go. We're away. No point staying there and fighting it when we don't gain anything from it other than a bit of money, and that's it. It's not worth our time to stay there, I don't think. Okay. Still not night time. We'll... What's that saying? That? Oh, it's just the Animus mission. Because now there's 4. Let's go and collect a reward. At least that's one of the Animus things done. And then we'll head to that town. We're looking for a food vendor, essentially. So we've gained the Cerulean Puzzle Trinket, which is the Noe gear. Again, we don't use these because they're too futuristic for my liking. But we'll still collect them. We just need to store them eventually. We don't sell anything either, to be fair. these weird habits that we have. So trinket here. It's actually not as good for our health anyway, to be fair. We lose quite a bit of health to change to that one, to be honest. Ours is quite a low level, really, compared to what we should be using. The mask we just picked up as well is this one here. Again, not worth changing because of the lack of health. Okay, so it's still daytime. Let's head to this town that we saw that we've not been to. Where was it? I can't think where it was now. Are we gone? Oh no, it's here, Takeda. Right. Gear merchant, question mark, question mark. That's what we're looking at. Let's track that. Fast travel to here. And then we'll go and... We're looking for a food vendor, which hopefully we'll see fairly quickly. And that's, I think, 3 more needed. If I remember correctly. That could be 1, could be 4. But we can check. To be fair, we should really check. We've got 19 more statues to do. That's not bad, actually. I thought it was a lot further away from that. 3 more dishes. That's what we're looking for. 3 more food. And that's for the trophy where we increase our rations fully. Right, we don't need to do anything in here. This is already cleared. We need to head to the town, which is down there. We don't need to worry about staying in the castle. This is already done. Ideally, we don't want to get ourselves in trouble while we're here either, if we can avoid it. We don't, other than gaining it a bit of XP, which is minimal, and some money, which we do need, there's no real reason to stay here, to be fair. Right, let's find the best way out here. There's guards there. What about over this way? This seems a better way down, to be fair. There's actually hay bale there. Okay. Again, I don't really want to get ourselves into a fight if we can avoid it. That's the big thing. I think if anything, just waste of time. We do need a house, ideally, to restock tools, though. That would be handy. Okay. We're out of here. So we're going to slide down most of this. The town is to our left. Well, actually, it's straight ahead. And this is the town it looks like we've not explored. So there should be a Kakariga here, essentially a house for us to go buy. That will give us all tool replacement and storage. But we're hoping for food. That's the big thing. So we'll definitely get the legendary animal done as soon as it turns kind of night time. We can move the time on a little bit by fast traveling, to be fair. And while there's things to do, we might as well complete them. So, the gear merchant is over here. We don't buy from the gear merchant, but we'll at least find out where he is. So this is the Nakamaki, or Machi, I don't know how we're going to pronounce that. The other thing we still need to do as well is we've been buying some playing cards from merchants, and they're a quest item, but we don't have a mission for them. So I'm assuming we've still got to meet someone somewhere who will give us that mission. We have been buying them whenever we get the option to. Thank you for the like, but it was much appreciated. So we don't need rations. We're not going to buy weapons. There's no real reason to. They're not ever as good as what we can find, so there's no real reason to buy any of them. And we never sell anything anyway, so...
My humble shop awaits your return.
But at least that's now off the map. We've located the town. Now, there is a question mark over here. Doesn't mean it's anything unusual. I was seriously hoping... there's a statue there. We do need that. We'll go to that end of town first. I was hoping there'd be a house here for us to do, and there might be. We just don't know yet. Although I'd have thought we'd see the question mark, to be fair. Alright, let's go this way for the statue. I did mark the question mark up. Yeah. We'll go the opposite way for the statue here, and then we'll go back through town. We're looking for a house to buy so we can restock. That's something. I would highly expect there to be more merchants as well. But it's these places where we're going to find people to talk to that we haven't spoken to already. This is a yellow area. Why is this yellow? It's a weird thing. There's treasure in there to take if we wanted to. Not seeing anything else here though. But yeah, we need 19 more statues to complete the statues. Although that isn't trophy related, but it's just something to get done on our travels. One of them is here. I'm not seeing a Kakariko, strangely. But let's get this out of the way, and then we know that's another one done. That means there's 18 more to do. Hey, Player, good morning, how are you? There seems to be a lot less things in this town than normal, to be fair. Obviously, there's some treasure there. Be a bit careful because I've not got any kunai. That's the only problem with being in places like this. Ideally, we'd have some tools to stealth, but we can't. We haven't got any. Then there's not, other than a few bits of treasure, there's not much in here, it doesn't seem. We need to get back to the hideout for storage anyway, so. Right, let's get out of here. Go that way. There's more treasure in there, which we're not worried too much about treasure. That's not really the focus, to be fair. But yeah, I was expecting there to be another merchant or two, maybe. We do need to collect some treasure, though, for money, to be fair, but... I heard the lady do something. That was a weird noise. Yeah, other than that question mark that's there... I was really hoping for a food merchant, but I don't think we're going to find one. To be fair, I'm really hoping for one. So, what's this question mark going to be? That's the question. And strangely, there's no houses to buy here. Normally there is. But... oh, there we've got a house. There we go. There's a house here for us to buy. There we go. I knew there'd be one somewhere. Right, we will buy the house. We'll go and restock and store everything in the house. It is getting night time now, so we should go for legendary animal. We're going to quickly get to the question mark, see what it is. Then we'll go for legendary animal instead. But it doesn't seem we're going to be having a food merchant here. It doesn't seem like. But that's what I mean. There must be places we've not been. Although we think we've been quite a few places, there must be places we've not been to, because obviously we're missing things. Let's get rid of all these. I normally leave a legendary honor, so I'm going to leave that. We store everything just because we don't ever want to get to the point of not being able to pick things up. We haven't as of yet, but that's only because we've always been quite on top of our gear. But because we don't sell anything, storing everything is the best option. The fact you can now tag things does make things a lot better. Although I did press the wrong button there. There we go. We'll do Yasuke's stuff as well. I don't think Yasuke has as much because we've not been using him as much. Although we still do find items for him still. That's all that. But it is just... I'm not too bad, thank you, Plan. Not too bad. Let's leave that one and get rid of that one. Right, we'll quickly do Yasuke's equipment as well, and then head to the question mark so we can see what it is. I've kind of stopped upgrading their gear as well because there's no real need to at the minute. Yes, you can now upgrade to level 100, but we're not at a level 100, so there's no point doing that. We've got a new bow for Yasko there. Tepos. Okay, that's everything done. Yeah, I'm doing okay today, thank you. A lot better than yesterday, to be fair. Contracts and other things. These are always good to find things we've not found in the local area. These are already active. That isn't though, so that will now mark up a new statue that we still need 18 of. That will now give us another one on the map as well now to go and do. But at least we'll know what it is. Right, what is this question mark here? I'm hoping food vendor, as we're desperately in need of the food vendor. Why does it seem so far away? It's at the far end of the village, isn't it? So there's a statue we need to go and do. Yeah, it's far end of town. I've got a feeling it's not going to be a food vendor. I think it's going to be something quite basic, like a samurai headquarters or something like that, where there'll be treasure inside, but that's about it. But it's the food vendors we need. Right, let's quickly get round. What is it? I'm guessing it's something we're not meant to go in. A temple. Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting it to be a temple, to be fair. It doesn't look like there's anything there, actually. It is a temple, but there's nothing in the temple. So we'll ignore that. At least we know what it is now. That's the important thing. Okay. Legendary animal. That's our focus. So it's winter, so we need to head to, it's not winter, it's spring, sorry. We need to head to Yamata, which is over here. And then in Yamata, we're heading to, I hate following guides. We're heading to Yoshino, down here. And then let's have a look. So Yoshino is here, and then there's a river that comes along here. So I'm trying to match it up to what the information I've got. I think it's around here, to be honest. But we wouldn't. This is the thing. I hate following guides, but we wouldn't naturally find this. That's the thing. In fact, actually, that island there, we're looking to be about here. By the looks of things, I didn't actually restock our stuff, did I? We'll head to our Kakarika here, and that should be the right kind of rough location to head to where I've just marked up. But yeah, I'm not a fan of following guides. It bugs the hell out of me. But we'd never find these naturally. And if we want the platinum, a 20 channel platinum, we don't have much choice. Right, we're quickly. I didn't restock in the last house, so which I should have done. We'll quickly browse contracts while we're here. We just don't want it to get to morning. Right, they're already accepted. So, cosmetic merchant and another statue to find. They'll now be on the map for us to head to. Where's my big box? There. Refill supplies. Right, let's get to my marker before it turns to daylight. So it's roughly that location, I think, for this legendary deer we're looking for. There's no guarantee the animals show up when they're meant to. So we could come here several times and not see the deer. But I'm hoping we can do it this first attempt. If we can get over. There is a path to follow, and actually would be a lot easier if we got to the path, to be fair. But we just headed straight towards the marker rather than find the path. Apologies if I pronounce your name wrong. Abley? Is that how you say it? Aobi? But yeah, good morning, how are you? It's going okay. We haven't got many to do. The big thing is legendary animals, which we're heading for the second one now that we need. It's just the fact we have to follow a guide to get them. It's not a natural thing. We also need to fully upgrade our rations, which means finding all the food. And then they're the two big ones that are time-consuming, I would say. Everything else is done easily by fighting and stuff. But yeah, they're the two that I think are the most time-consuming. Finding the food. Oh, hang on, it's here. We are in the right place. I need to be quiet, though, because we can scare off the animal. And if we do that, we've got to come back. I'm kind of in the wrong location for it, annoyingly. We've got to get round to it. It is there, though. We need to be on the path, ideally. I'm just trying to see how we get round to it. I think maybe we're... There we go, we're in the right place. Right, slowly does that. I do not want to scare this away. That'd be the worst thing we can do. It's up there. Slowly.
I need to paint this. Good view from here.
Yeah, I've done it. Second legendary animal done. No worries. I'm currently going for Gears of War. Gears of War? No, I've never played Gears of War. You want to pull your hair out? I think that's the thing. With some trophy hunting, you can get to the point of it's just frustrating and annoying. We try and be more, I would say, more natural with the trophies we do and the trophy hunting. But that's not always possible. Because we don't ever do multiplayer stuff, multiplayer trophies are a no-go, so a lot of time we can't platinum things anyway. That's just a personal choice. Was that really
just a deer? Maybe Auntie Matsu was right about spirits after all.
But yeah, it's just when they get really time-consuming and grindy. I'm not always a fan, to be fair, of when they get grindy and stuff. I try and stay away from that. But that is the second legendary animal done. I need to add that quickly to my notes to say we've done it. So that was the deer. There is one we can do any season as well, which is the legendary macaque. That's in Yamashiro, where we just were, to be fair. So now we need to wait till summertime to go and find the legendary tanuki. And as I said, I really thought with the update we could change season easily, but we can't. It won't let us. So we want to clear other stuff anyway, because there's stuff we need to do. For the other ones, including the food. That's the important one, is the food. What have we got near here? There's a statue there we need to do. Legendary chest. I'm not overly worried about legendary chest, but we should really head there. As it's nearby. Gear merchant. As I say, I still think there is people we've not got missions from in some of the places. I should actually save it, to be fair. Because like the playing cards we keep finding and buying, we don't know what the use of that is. So I do think there are some people we've not met yet in different places. Yeah, we've got to get 10,000 kills online. Wow, yeah, sod that. This is why we are selective with what trophies we do, to be honest, in that regard. I just don't see the point in grinding like that. So yeah, I enjoy trophy hunting, but at the same time, I also enjoy, enjoying the game, if that makes sense. But I do like exploring everywhere a game has to offer. So I like to clear a map just so we've seen everything as well. That's something I do enjoy doing. We're currently in Yamato. I just want to check we got anything still to do in Yamato. So we've cleared all of the people that need killing. That's done. The only thing is the statues in Yamato. It's Tamba that I feel like we've got people to meet. That is somewhere we need to head to. But yeah, so from here, what's near? Since that's right next to us, legendary chest. We might as well head for that. We want to do the statue that's there as well. There's question marks. It's still, you can see how much there still is on the map to do. That's the thing. There's question marks. There's still viewpoints further south. The anima stuff is also important as well. So it is a case of just trying to clear what we can as we go, whilst looking at completing the trophies along the way. Now, the sheep, there is one trophy that I don't quite understand how to do, and mainly because I've not really looked. But it's one where we need to sheath our weapon immediately after an enemy dies and bleed. Now, obviously, we need to have the weapons on that give us the bleed effect. I don't think we have them on currently. But that might be something we could work on now. We just need to get into a fight. Afflicted enemies are vulnerable if we use that. That's not bad. Although, to be fair, we could, if we went to engrave that and added bleed to it, that may, because it's poison. Ah, it's poison, that one, isn't it? Yeah, it's not bleed, though, annoyingly. Vulnerable poison, yeah. So that's where we need to look at weaponry and see if we can organise that. So we get a bleed effect on someone. And then we've got to make an enemy poisoned and confused and kill them. Is another one. I'm kind of holding off on those just because they seem really simple. But I think if we have the right weapons on, we need to head back to hideout to actually empty our box out anyway. So it might be worth doing that. Where is this? Up there. Okay. So there's a legendary chest here somewhere. It's a bit of a weird place to have it. I think it's up there though. What makes here special though for it to be here? Oh, it's a cache. There probably is an easier way up, to be fair. There generally is. There's always a path leading to everything. You've just got to find that path. Sometimes going through forests and stuff to get to places isn't the best way. Okay, I think there's enemies here. There is. 3 of them. Okay. 3 enemies. Have we? Let's have a look at this combat trophy now. So, to sheath a weapon, I'm just going to have a quick see how we do this. There may be a chance to get something, one of the trophies done. So it's called Final Hearing. I just remember have a look to see how we sheath a weapon more than anything else. What is the button for sheathing a weapon? So we need bleed. Once they're empty, you make sure it happens at the right time. It will cause the enemy's death. You have to press the right button to sheath. Okay. So what we need to do then is just look at weapons. The annoying thing is we've just put a load of our weapons away, haven't we? Annoyingly. Have we got a weapon on us that called? We might have to change out the bow staff for a minute. Hitting enemies with 3 posture attacks within 10 seconds applies bleeds. That does do bleed. That's critical. Adrenaline. That's daze. Don't think we have a weapon. Don't think we have a weapon that causes bleed. Annoyingly. Although that one does. We have to hit an enemy with 3 posture attacks. Within 10 seconds that applies bleed. We might try that. It's because I'm on the wrong one. That's a bow staff we're swapping out. Let's put the Tanto on then and see if we can make this work. I don't know if we will or not, but we shall see. Which means we can't go in stealthily. We actually just need to go in and fight, don't we? What I'm also going to have a look at, is there anything here that helps with bleed? No. No. No, nothing there. Armor-wise, the annoying thing, as I say, I've just actually stored everything. Mask-wise, no, no. Okay, let's see if we can make this work. I know the button to use. Tanto's on.
Careful. This place is on alert.
I'm just going to attack him. We're not going to try and be silent about this because I want the bleed effect. So the minute an enemy dies from bleed, we need a sheath weapon. No, didn't work. I think she didn't die from bleed. I think she died from us attacking, to be honest. But I think that's the hard thing, is making sure we don't kill them and the bleed does. Like I want kind of one hit to see if that helps. fallen off. She no longer has bleed. She does now. So one hit, I think I kill her. I don't think this is the right way of doing it, to be fair. She's dead in one hit. Yeah, there we go. Well, we've got one to work with, and again, we're definitely not doing this the right way, I don't think. No, she's dead. Annoyingly. Yeah, that didn't go the way we wanted to. Well, we tried. I think different weapons would make a difference there. I think we're using the wrong weapons for it, in all honesty. But, well, it's just a work. We came to an area where we had a chance to try it. Right, legendary chest is why we're here in the first place. A new trinket for No 8. A new engraving. I think that's everything. Yeah, that's the cache cleared. Have a look at the new weapon, the new trinket. This is where we find it's out bleed and would have helped us. No vulnerable damage. We lose health though, but quite a bit to be fair. So we won't change to that one, although it's a lot higher level. Right, so from here, let's see where we can go next from here. There's a statue over here, which generally tells me there may be something else over here we've not seen. So we want to head that way. We kind of, although I tend to go through forests to get to places, it's actually more time consuming doing that than it is to follow a path. Every path will lead to somewhere, and paths are a lot quicker. It's just, I'm so used to going through forests. Whereas the actual paths make more sense. Like this path. Okay. Well, this is not explored over this way, so it's worth looking around as well for what else is here, bar just the statue. Because there may be other things. But yeah, we need to head back to Hideout. As soon as we get to somewhere we can fast travel, I think we head back to Hideout to empty the storage box, and we'll look at weaponry and see if we can upgrade something to have bleed to help us with that trophy. Because we need something that's going to inflict full bleed, so we can then sheath the minute they're dead or they die. The Tanto we're using doesn't have full bleed. You notice it disappeared really quickly. That's the thing. Right. This statue's around here somewhere. There it is. So that means we've got 17 more to do of these. And we know of quite a few locations on the map. Okay, let's have a look what else is nearby. So this road actually leads over this way. This bit hasn't really been. There's something here. Remember, we still need the Kujikiri as well. So we may as well go and see what that is, as it is near to us. The gear merchant isn't that big a deal over that way, and we do want to do that over there some again. So yeah, let's head there, see what that is. Hopefully it's a Kujikiri. The thing is, there is no, I don't know if there's an amount, if there's a way of seeing how many Kujikiri we've cleared. So because of that, we don't know how many more there is to find, but that's why we need to clear the map, clear all the question marks. The majority of places that have not been cleared are generally because the story and side missions never took us there. We've done quite a bit since in terms of exploring and stuff, but it kind of shows you how much of the map isn't utilised via the story and side missions, doesn't it? Really, which is a shame. You think if you create a massive map, and I enjoy a really big map to explore, but you should have the majority of places you should go to during the story. Otherwise, it does seem a bit of a waste. Although the amount of things we find unexpectedly is quite cool. I like that. It's when you explore a map and it's all the same. I actually like finding the unexpected, listening to conversations of the locals and things and what they're talking about. Because we still know there's something to do with the forest. We don't know what it is. It's never really been said about or explained why we hear rumours about the forest and the way the forest acts. Which kind of seems a bit weird. That's never really been explained via anything. Okay. As I say, the path is generally quick, so we are going to follow the path a little bit. There's a watchtower to the right. So we've been here before. So that's the field camp there. We want to be heading left along the river really here. So actually I don't really want to follow the road now. A boat would be helpful. Or we follow the river. I'm just hoping this is a Kujikiri because that then helps us clear another one. But it could be a Kakariga, it could be anything to be fair. Nothing in the water to collect. So do you enjoy trophy hunting then, Abley? Do you do a lot of trophy hunting? Yeah, a boat would be so much more helpful right now. What do we got? Oh, it's a Yasuke one. This is a Yasuke one to clear. Yoshino River Rapids. New place. So this is for Yasuke to do. So we'll swap to Yasuke in a second. These are all mastery points, which we need anyway, to be fair. Not mastery, sorry, knowledge points. We need 35 for the next rank, which does seem like a lot, in all honesty. Okay, let's swap to Yasuke to do this. We'll go and do these contracts for resources and stuff as well for camp. And as soon as we get a chance, we'll swap. We'll go to hideout just to clear the cache and to see if we can get some weapons for bleed and stuff. And we'll try and focus on that. It may be that Noe's the wrong person to be doing it with. It may be we should be using Yasuke, to be fair. Right, let's speak to this guy.
Your legend.
Yataro Sensei.
Of those you hunt and the evils they have wrought. Should you wish to take on such foes, you must wield the weapon of even greater demons. I, Oni Kojima, will teach you.
Nice. We can be a bit. These can turn out to be quite difficult for me. My hands don't move as quickly as I'd like them to at times. So there's no guarantee we'll do this first time. Some of them we have, some we haven't. Let's see how we go. Right, 4 sets. How big's the first set? So we're using the Kanobo. Quite big. Wrong button. Let's try that again. That was a ridiculous start. I pressed R2 instead of R1. I nearly missed the last one there. Right, that's the first one done. Oh, I missed it. I delayed. I was just too hesitant on the R2 there. We had that otherwise. Too hesitant on the R2. There we go. Got it second time. Next one. Oh, this is long. Missed it. Start again. There's no point in counting. We could learn it, but there's no. We might as well start again. It's the hesitating that does it. There we go. One more. I think the big thing with these, and the one thing I probably do, I missed the L1, is not trying to second guess it. Don't try and predict what's coming next. There's no point. Wrong button. I knew I did that. Try this again. The pattern doesn't change though, so you can learn the pattern if you do it enough times. Not that I think that's helpful. I messed up. I pressed R1 then stopped myself thinking I got it wrong. Ah, too early. Thought they were presses, not wait and press. Ah. This seems to be the hardest bit yet, and it doesn't actually isn't that difficult. Ah, wrong one. Right at the end as well. We have 2 more to do. Press R1 instead of R2. Ah, I was looking at chat. Don't look at chat while trying to clear these. Ah, wrong one. Not again with R1 instead of R2. Come on. The thing is, this isn't even difficult. It's just hesitation on my part. Ah, wrong again. I keep pressing R1 instead of R2 there. I don't know why I do that. Same again there. Come on. This isn't the worst. We've had a lot worse than this, but normally a longer pattern than this one. This causes these kind of issues. Like 2 circles. Delayed though. L1, R2. It's the last one. So we've not seen the last one. Right, that is done. That was annoying and frustrating. On my part more than anything else. But that is knowledge point gained. We'll quickly have a look and see if Yasuke's got any weapons of bleed on him, and if he has, we know there's a mission nearby, contract complete. We might try and clear the one there. But that is the kata complete. Tsushima Yataro 2. Knowledge point gained. We still need a lot more of those before we rank up. A bit more XP. Okay, weapons. Have we got anything with bleed? Parries, daze, adrenaline, no. Bleed build up, there we go. We've got bleed there, that's posture, vulnerable. Okay, so we don't use it very often. Let's swap to the Naginata. And we're going to try and get the bleed done. This may not go particularly well, but we shall see. There is a mission next to us which we'll do here, which is liberate the cargo. Basically means steal everything from the enemies that are there. It's right near us, so that's where we'll head. So what we need to do is the minute someone dies from bleed, we need to sheath our weapon. So the sheath weapon, it is that. So I need to hold it down. Let's see if we can get our first trophy of the day. Again, there's only 2 combat trophies we need to look at. This one is probably the easier of the 2, to be fair. Just making sure someone dies of bleed and not by us attacking them, that's the thing. We could silently clear the camp to make our life a little bit easier, but I would kind of want as many people as possible to have a chance of doing this. Okay, so he's got bleed. I mean, we need to sheath as soon as someone dies from bleed. Is he going to die of bleed? I need to dodge for a minute. Is he dying or is he not dying? I think he's got full bleed. His bleed effect is gone now though. See? making sure we... So they're healing as well, which is... It's making sure they have full bleed, I think, is the thing. So he's now got no bleed, he's healing though. I think the bleed wears off too quickly, to be fair. Try not to kill them ourselves. Want the bleed to do that. I need to take down the bowman, to be fair. Killed him again accidentally. That's the hardest thing I think with this, is not killing him accidentally. Right, he's now got full bleed. No, his bleed's gone. Right, he's now got full... It's gone so quickly. This is where I think I might be going wrong with this. Is the bleed disappears so quickly. That bleed's not going to kill him, is it? Parried it, it's an automatic hit off the parry. Yeah, so it's something we've got to work on, I think, with the bleed. Not 100% sure what we need to do slightly differently. I think we need engravings that make bleed bigger, better, harder, you know, more hard hitting maybe. Hard hitting is probably not what I mean, to be honest. Right, that is that clear. Might as well grab everything else that's here while we're here. There's another contract right near us that we can go and do as well. I was trying so hard not to kill people easily, but thing is, we are quite strong. That's the problem as well. So killing people becomes a lot easier. Destroy the target. So we'll go this one next. We'll try again with bleed. We did gain a new Teppo. Let's have a. We don't really use Teppo. Let's have a look. Oh, hang on. That Teppo's interesting. 24% damage from bleed on afflicted enemies. So we shoot someone who's got bleed, then sheath when they die. Potentially. We know we don't normally use that, but that's not a bad shout, I don't think. So we need to make someone have bleed, then shoot them, then hopefully change sheath their weapon quick enough to do that. Yeah, I think that might help us, you know. Well, let's see if it does. There's only one way to know, isn't there? But yeah, make someone bleed, then shoot them, and then sheath weapon as quickly as we can. It's a tough one. The other one is more complicated than this one, to be fair. So that's going to be interesting to try. Right, we've got an enemy camp.
Sir, you don't have to. We can take him.
Okay, he's got bleed, but I don't know if it's full bleed. Swap weapon. Right. Oh, he's got to reload first. Reloaded now? He died too quickly, didn't he? The thing, it's needing to reload obviously becomes a problem. I think we need better engravings to help with bleed, I think that's the only way of doing this. Is to have better engravings that make bleed more efficient, maybe. Didn't mean to kill him. Trying to sheath weapon there, but couldn't do it in time. Again, I'm not trying to kill him. Just trying to give him bleed enough that we can then sheath a weapon on full bleed. Okay, this guy, we've probably got a better chance of this guy because he's on his own. See, his bleed's empty now. And he just called in reinforcements. I don't know if we had the bleed full of him, to be fair. Call in more reinforcements. I don't feel like we're actually making progress with this, to be fair. Don't bring in more reinforcements. He's dead.
You underestimated me.
Okay, I sheathed it as quick as I could, but obviously I don't think he died to bleed, I think he died to us. Again, I think it's more to do with engravings and things we need to look at, I think. Fully get this done. So definitely something we need to work on. But yeah, I think with that, the biggest thing I think, there we go, contract complete, will be making sure the engravings are correct to help with bleed. But we tried. Okay, that's the camp cleared. I think I've got to leave before we can do anything, go anywhere. It's great. Right, that's the two contracts done at least. There is a viewpoint nearby. And we've also got that one there, but we need the rest of those done first. There's a question mark here as well that needs doing. There's a load of stuff around here. Oh, there's a musician. Ah, interesting. I think we definitely need to head south down here. But let's head to here first, as we are near to the viewpoint. We'll try and get there as Yasuke. We may have to change to Noe. Depends how tricky it gets. Potentially we can follow the path though. In Key, do we still have people to kill? Because I know there's some places we haven't killed enough people to fulfill the requirement. We need to kill another 31 outlaws. No, 21, sorry, outlaws. 21 outlaws. So it means if we see a fight, we actually need to join in. Whereas a lot of time we've kind of avoided joining in because it's been pointless. With this, we need to join in. It's this weird lookout stone, isn't it? Just seemed weird the way that stone is overlooking the river, but there we go. But yeah, there should be a path that leads to the viewpoint. So we don't really need to run through the forest, ideally. Question mark here though, so this is somewhere we've not been. This is Gojo. So, is there a food vendor here? There is something there. Food vendor we're in desperate need of, we can. What's that? Oh, it's keys. So they're the keys from the Animus. We don't spend them, but we do collect them when we can, to be fair. He should be able to climb up. He's just not going to be very graceful. Yeah. And he's a bit slower when it comes to climbing trees. But there's the keys. Right, is there anything else here? There's no traders, I don't think. Obviously boats and things. I was hoping for a merchant, but I don't think I can see one anywhere. Mainly because we need the food. That's not a merchant though, is it? 3 more to find. It just shows how many villages we haven't really been to still. There's at least 3 we haven't been to by the looks of things. Right, nothing else there though it seems. Let's double check the map. Yeah, nothing in Gojo it seems. It's not even really that big a place. That's where we're heading towards. And that will show up any more question marks. And then from there I think we head south. What about this guy? No, don't want to talk to me? Okay. Yeah, for after we've done that, we'll see what question marks around, and then I think we head south. Where's the path to the viewpoint is the question. We may come across a statue actually here accidentally, if we're not careful. Although that wouldn't be a bad thing. I don't mean by this, it's a bad thing. These outlaws on our left. There's enemies here. And that we'll go and help the local. That will give us information if we help the local. We'll take down the other 2. Again, we'll try for bleed, but we are having issues getting it done correctly. Well, too quick to kill them both. Oh no, trophy done!
That will leave a mark.
Final hearing complete. So we did it. I sheathed immediately as they died, and we did it. That's our first trophy of the stream. And that means now we have less.
Nothing to give.
He will give us information now.
Is there something I can do in return?
We always
looking for information.
There we go. We always ask for information.
Perhaps you can help me.
So that is, we're now 90% complete. We have 6 left, which is including the platinum itself, so 5 left essentially. Although mine hasn't updated. Hang on. Well, the app I'm looking at hasn't updated to say we've done that one. Oh no, has it done it? Yes. Yeah, now it's updated. Cool. So we're 90% complete. 6 to do. And that is the bleed one complete. So, full upgrade ration. Perform a finisher on an enemy that is both poisoned and dazed. Complete all Kujikiri, legendary Sumi, and add the Sumi to the hideout. Hideout one's easy, we can do it at any time. Rations, we need the food. The finisher's the next one to work on. Poisoned and dazed we need. And the Kujikiri. And obviously the animals, which is going to be the thing that takes our time. But yeah, I think that was just pure luck that we got the timing right on that, to be fair. There's a kata there. But we did it. That's the important part, I suppose. Is this... Yeah, this is one of the Jizo statues too. So this is another statue. That means I think there's 16 left to do all these. So we are making good progress. It just takes time. Again, we can't change the season, so we can't do the next legendary animal yet. We've got to wait. In terms of them statues, how many? I think it's 16. Yeah, 16 left. I'm amazed we got that one to work, the actual bleeding one. So finisher on someone who's dazed and confused is the next combat trophy we need to look at trying to do. So we need to have a weapon combination that gives us dazed and confused, which I think we need to add onto a weapon ourselves, really, to make that work. But we'll get to the viewpoint, we'll have a look from there where we're going next, but I think we're heading south. There's quite a few things south of where we are that we can go and do. I'm just glad we got it done. I did think that was going to be a struggle, but it worked in the end. Right, up here should be our viewpoint. And with the statues, 16 to do, we do know, or we've been given the locations of a few of them. So, at least that way we could find them quite quickly. It's the Kujikiri as well, I think will take time, because you've got to make sure we've cleared all the question marks so we make sure they're all done. I don't think there's a way of knowing how many there is in total. Unless I search online, which I really don't want to do. But then I don't know if there's a way of telling how many you've done without manually counting them either, which I don't want to do that either. But we'll grab the viewpoint. Hopefully there's a hay bale underneath we can throw Yasuke into. It's always amusing to see him fall into a hay bale and then complain about it, to be fair. Right, it's this way. There's the hay bale, so yeah, we can get you... What was that? I don't know what that was. The trip. Yeah, there's a hay bale there, so we can get Yasuke to jump into a hay bale, just to... So he gives us that disappointment that he normally has when he does so. Oh, there's actually enemies here. Okay, dazed and confused, wasn't it? I just might change, see if we've got any weapons that we can try and do dazed and confused with. Adrenaline, dazed. So that's dazed build up there with our katana of defense. So that gives us dazed. Confused. I don't know how we do confused as such, to be fair. No. Let's bleed. I might put a bow back on, to be fair. No, wrong one. I'll give us a we'll put the katana defense on. We haven't got anything with confused, I don't think. Always prefer a bow to a teppo. More for the fact it's not. It's then more quieter. Okay. I don't know. This Dazed and Confused trophy, I'm not 100%. I need to take off the enemy, put the Sheathed one off my list. I have a list that I'm looking at to make sure we do everything. Over design is the is it poison and dazed? 12% dazed and poison build up. Okay. Normally the animation for finisher only happens on the last person in that group you're killing. So it's poison and dazed. I thought it wasn't. I thought it was confused. But so our katana does daze build up, but we need poison. This is where I think we're better off putting different things on. Oh, there we go. Bullets build up 35% poison affliction. So we shoot a few people with poison, and then we need to attack them with the katana for days, and then perform a finisher. So it's effectively on the last person in the group you're attacking. You need to do that on, as that will get a finisher animation.
This is enemy territory.
So
I saw that. You must die.
we'll try and do it here. As I say, it's got to be a finisher, which obviously means we need to reload this first. Come on, reload. I missed him. Okay, we need to shoot him for poison, then daze. There we go. Swap weapon. Wasn't a finisher. I think it has to be the last. We have to make sure it's the last person in the encounter to get a finisher animation. Right, is that the last person there? So, swap to Teppo. We're going to try and poison them. And then we need to swap to Katana. Swap. Before the poison runs out. Yasuke, swap. Thank you. Alright, so you're not poisoned anymore. That's annoying, isn't it? Right, I don't want to shoot in the head. Swap weapon. It's not a finisher. Yeah, just couldn't quite get it to work the way we needed to. I think the awkwardness of changing from Teppo to Katanas are just frustrating. I think we're probably better off with that, doing it as a bow rather than a Teppo, because then you don't have to wait ages to reload. To be fair, we have poison arrows. Why did I not think of that? We have poison arrows anyway, so we don't need to use the Teppo. We could just use the poison arrows and then use the daze. Oh, yeah, that was silly. We could have done that differently. Right, loot the box. New outfit, skilled archer. This is what we say about archery. Skilled archer outfit. Right, we need to get up here. The annoying thing with Yasuke is trying to get him up to these sometimes. There we go. Right, viewpoint, and then we'll jump into the hay. And then I think we stay as Yasuke for a minute, just so we can try and do this other combat trophy. And just see if we can get it done today. I wasn't planning to do the combat trophies today, but I've got the ability to, we might as well do it. Right, we'll scan around and see what else there is. I think we're heading south though, by the looks of things, and there's a few things to do south of where we are. We shall see if anything else shows up nearby. We may have already manually cleared the thing before we've come here. I think we may have done, to be fair. Nothing really showing up, is there? Right. So from where we are now, which is here, nothing's really showing up nearby. We know there's lots of stuff down here to do. I think we should head to our armor damage on hitting afflicted enemies. It's a massive increase in health, to be fair. There's a big increase in health. Let's swap to that. We're going to use bow now anyway for the poison arrows. I think that I should have noticed that before. Let's see what our best bow is. The one we're using, probably. Yeah. So we want poison arrows. We've got the katana that can daze. I know we need to head to our hideout to empty stash, but I don't want to just fast travel around. Season still can't be changed yet. We're not halfway through. Let's fast travel to hideout. We need to empty the cache because it won't allow us to do anything else. We'll quickly do that. Then we'll head back out further south from where we were. I think just so the cache is empty, essentially. I don't think it's worth upgrading any weapons, to be fair. I think the thing with upgrading weapons now is because you can go all the way to level 100, it's kind of pointless until you're right at the end or you're level 100. Because until that point, you're always going to find weapons better than what you're currently using. So I don't see the point in upgrading anything at this point. We need to pick up 2 new helmets for Yasuke. That one is slightly better health. Everything else is lower. That one, adrenaline gains better. I don't think any of them are worth using, to be fair. But yeah, we only came here to empty the cache because it won't allow us to do any more of those. So south, there was lots of things south around here to clear and do. Starting with this one here, and a question mark. It's a kata, but it's a Yasuke thing anyway. We're going to mount Koya and then head down. We're looking for Kujikiri, which are Noe things. We know we need to clear more of those. We need statues still. Not many of those to do. And food. I fast traveled without jumping off last time, didn't I? Not this time. We can jump in the hay bale so he complains.
Now he will never let me hear the end of this.
No matter how many times I do that, I still find it really amusing. Why is this a yellow area? There's enemies here. There's actually another one to do here by the looks of things. Right, we're looking for the kata teacher over this way. Should have just stayed on the path, to be fair, but there we go. I think the legendary animal that happens with any time will hold off until last. Because I think that's going to be the easy one to do, isn't it, in theory? Where's this kata teacher disappeared to? Straight in front of us, supposedly. Where is he? I'm heading in the wrong direction for some reason. Let's check we're going the right way. Yeah, straight ahead of us here. Should be a kata teacher. Where is he? So he's meant to be... It's probably below us, isn't he? There he is. Down there. I would like to get as many knowledge points as we can, just so we actually do max that out as well. But we need so many, although there's still so many things to clear to actually do that, to be fair. Right, kata teacher it is.
The dragon from beyond the sea.
Let's get this one done.
Master, how did you recognize me? Your sight is clouded.
And thus my other senses are unburdened. Come, learn for yourself how my blade dances still.
So katana one, I assume. 4 stages. Let's see how we go with this. How come the bottom bit hasn't opened up? Oh, it has now. Missed it. Quite a long one as well, annoyingly. Right, this one's thick and fast by the looks of it. How did I miss that as well? Oh, I missed the R1. I didn't see it. That's silly. We had that one then. Got it. First one done. That's pretty quick, annoying, frustratingly. I missed it too early. No! R2, wrong button. That wasn't too bad, 'cause it's all in quick succession. Ah, wrong one. I knew I'd done that wrong. It's just being quick with it, and I hesitate far too often. Hesitated. That ending is actually quite simple, it's just a case of not hesitating. Too early. I think, to be fair, I think these ones are probably harder, the katana ones, than others, to be fair. Oh, too late. That's probably when you're trying to talk at the same time. Too late. Ah! It's a hesitation. Yeah, katanas definitely seem quicker than the others. Wrong button. Press circle for some reason. I think it's because the katana's a quicker weapon, maybe. So it has to flow better. No! Press the wrong one. I know exactly what I'm doing wrong, it's stopping it. No! Why am I pressing the circle there? It's an R2. I'll learn it off by heart before we finish it. No! I pressed the wrong one! That was the M one! No! I had it there. That was silly. See, we actually did that in the end by actually remembering what they all were. More than actually watching it and doing it that way. I actually just knew them after that. I'll press one. Ah. Yeah, these are definitely quicker, but I think it's because the weapon itself is quicker, to be fair. It would make the most sense, wouldn't it? There we go, that one done. That one wasn't too bad in the end. Final one. It's a short one. Not necessarily a good thing when it's short. There we go. The last one was the easiest one, to be fair. That is kind of complete. But yeah, last one was definitely the easiest. think I prefer the Canova. Canova ones are quite slow, to be fair. I think I prefer those. That'll be knowledge point gained at least. Toda Sagan 1. Bit of XP. Okay. So that's cleared. We want to be heading down this way, really, I think, by the looks of it. There's a legendary chest. Musician, I want to speak to musician. I want to see what that's about. That may be a Noe thing, to be fair. Statue there. So yeah, we want to be heading south, I think, here. There's also something over there we've not done. So from here, I'm seeing if I fast travel it moves time on, but actually there may be this pathway, there seems to be something here that isn't showing up yet. So if we follow the path down that way, I think we then find something new. There's a path. It looks like potentially it's a temple. Just because the what it shows on the map is what it looks, potentially that's what it could be. Or it's just the viewpoint itself it's showing. Yeah, musician, I wonder if Noe needs to be the character for the musician. Because she plays the instrument that was fixed, that her father owned. Or it's a mission, essentially. That statue there makes me think there's a temple nearby. Not that I'm seeing anything. May just be the way the map looks, but it did look like there was something here. To be fair. Didn't follow the path, did I? Following the rocks instead. I don't think there is anything here looking at it. I think we're past it. There's nothing here. We want to quickly check these crossroads. There could be a statue at these crossroads down there. May worth fast traveling to the Kakariko, because if we move time on, the season does move quicker. So let's quickly, we'll fast travel to here, and then we'll head south. We'll stick to Yasuke, because obviously any fighting we do, we want to try and do this bleed confused finisher if we can. I mean, no, a bow and arrow can use bleed arrows. But normally at them points is where you find refill supplies. Is the potential for statues that we still need. Contracts as well. Anything here? No. Food vendor. Yes! That's going to give us one of the 3 remaining food vendors we need now, and that will show on the map as of now. So where is that? Oh, all the way over there. Okay. Food vendor and the cosmetic merchant. We need to head over there, don't we, then? There's a shrine there as well and a viewpoint. Okay. We need to head to the east. We need 3 more food vendors. That is one of them. But we might as well still stay here and clear these. Legendary chest there. May need Noe for that, we shall see. But at least that's one of the 3 we now know the location of. That's why it's always important to check those contracts. Same as saving people though as well, to be fair. It's always important to try and save people. Right, is there a statue here at the crossroads? There might not be, but it's worth a look. No statue at the crossroads. Okay. That's already cleared. We don't know where that. Legendary chest is supposedly up there. Whether the path will lead there, I don't know. We want to follow this path straight down though. That leads to the left. That's just, where's that going? No, we want to keep following this straight then through the forest. Is that the right way? Or has it veered off? No, it is the right way. Sometimes difficult to see which way you're meant to be going there. But yeah, let's keep going straight. It may be a start of a trail, that's the thing, which may be better off being Noe for. What we got here is a horse. Oh, Shinobis. Should have guessed. Okay. So obviously we need bow and arrows, we need poison arrows. Is that one poison arrow? I think that's poison. I could be wrong though. Try not to attack for the minute. My firing's not good. Okay, that's poison. So we need poison and daze and a finisher. So ideally he needs to be the last person we kill. Because that's, you only get finishers on the final people, so... He's down. The other person's about to run out though. No. Yeah, his daze is gone. I'm not going to be able to do it. His daze run out before I had a chance to kill him. That's annoying. It just shows how difficult it is to try and get that timing right more than anything else. But yeah, probably should have done better with that. Okay. We know there's a legendary chest to the right, but there will always be a path that leads there. It's just finding that path. If we head further south and we end up somewhere else, we do that instead. The legendary chest isn't the end of the world. It doesn't really give us anything we need currently. So we'll follow the path. If it veers off to the right, we know that's the one we need to go. But yeah, I was hoping the shinobi there would make that a little bit easier, but it's trying to shoot them with the bow first to give poison to then use the katana. And it has to be the final person. So we've kind of gone away from that. But we're going away from where we wanted to head to, actually. This pathway's taken us through the forest to somewhere. We might end up over down here by the looks of things, which is a house to buy. There is another road. I don't know, we'll see. See where this heads. If we get to the Kakariko, we'll fast travel to the food vendor, because it gives us a fast travel point. There's no point fast travelling from nowhere though. And the more we fast travel, the quicker the season moves on, I believe. And we do want to get to the next season if we can. I don't know, there is a timing. I did read somewhere there was a timing per season. It's like 4 hours or something, which isn't ideal for us. When we're trying to get 2 more legendary animals done via seasons. This is why I hope with the update, when it said you can change season manually, I thought, oh, brilliant. Take us 5 minutes to get that trophy done. But actually, it's not that simple. You have to be a certain way through the season for it to actually work, which is kind of annoying. Right, we're in Koyasan, which is down here. Isn't ideal to where we wanted to be going, but from here, then we may as well head down here. There's also a place down here. There's a statue there. There's still stuff to do here, so it's not the end of the world. Just not exactly where we wanted. There should be a path that leads to the right here. Hang on. Hang on. There's something else here. Do I need to be Noe for this, though? That's a drawing. That's not a legendary drawing, though. That's a Sumi-E. Not legendary. But we'll see if we can do it. I don't know if we have to be... No, we don't have to be. Okay, we need to get close enough not to disturb. I thought we had to be Noe for this, but it doesn't know we do need to be. Just need to be close enough not to disturb.
Scared it off.
Ah, no, scared it off. That's annoying. So that was more of a, that's a natural Sumi that you can just find out and about in the wild. That was annoying, we scared it off. It's harder with the Yasuke to be quiet, that's the problem. But yeah, and that will appear again at some point somewhere, I'm sure. There is no trophy for doing those ones though, it's the legendary ones only. Okay. Our Kakariko is just about to come up, I think. The Nakahechi route. Let's have a look. So yeah, there may even be a one of the Jizo statues here, to be fair. There's a big crossroads, there's a chance. Let's have a look. Is there anything we can see? Not by the looks of it, actually. Thought there was a good chance for a statue here, just because of how many different routes there were. No, not by the looks of things. No statue. Okay, we want to be going straight. I think we need to head to the right, you know. Yeah, I think we need to head potentially that way. Which way is that way going? Let's go back up. So if we want to go this way, yeah, we want to go this way. Things like the Sumi that we just happen to find. The thing is, by exploring all this, that's when we're going to find these things. There's a family there. Some of these talk to us, some of these won't. They're not going to talk, are they? No. I do enjoy the natural conversations you find people having. They are quite good normally. And they can give you clues to things as well. That's the thing. If you listen to them, they will give you indication where things are. It won't show up on the map, but you can go and find them yourself. Right. There's a house here. Well, I say a house, it's more of a camp, isn't it, looking at that? So we'll buy this there. That then gives us a fast travel point, to be fair. There's a statue further south from here. We have been to that temple, according to that. Everything else is to this side, which is not really the way we're going. Right, let's go and do... I know I'm moving around a bit too much, but let's go to food vendor. Because we know there's this here to do over here as well. Shrines to do, viewpoint. But a food vendor is definitely something we want to get done sooner rather than later. So let's head there. We'll stick to Yasuke for the minute. We still need to try and get that combat trophy done. And hopefully we'll move the season on a little bit too. This is the thing with trophy hunting. It is, if you don't enjoy clearing a map and actually looking around and exploring, it can get really, really frustrating. Which is what we're trying not to do. Anything new here? Food vendor we want anyway. That's what we're here for. So let's go and find this food vendor. And then that leaves us 2 more food vendors to find. The thing is, we've been here before because we had the Kakariko unlocked. But we just hadn't seen the food vendor by the looks of things. It depends if you were here for a story mission though. That didn't give us a chance to explore maybe. There is always that possibility. Let's see what food this is. And then that leaves us 2 more needed. And then that'll be job done with that. Why is he below us? He's not in here. Okay, he's round here somewhere. We just need to find him. Not over... no, yeah, he is over the bridge. Over here. Alright, let's see what food it is. Udon. I don't know what noodles are.
Thick and springy. It would pair well with soup.
That now means we can carry more rations. Let's have a quick look at what this actually is. I do like reading the codex for these. Just because it's different to something that we know ourselves normally anyway. If we go there. We didn't look at the legendary deer actually, to be fair. This is udon. It's a thick noodle made from wheat flour. On hot summer days, it is served cold, a refreshing dish to cool the body. During the cold winter, there is nothing quite like a piping hot soup of udon, but a bowl of udon with soup. So they eat it cold in the summer. Not sure I want cold noodles, to be fair. And then served with soup in the winter. The other thing we didn't look at was the deer. Legendary deer we just found. An ink painting of a whimsical white-furred Sheikah deer with cherry blossom draped antlers. Like a beast that steps out of the dream, this legendary Sheikah deer is larger than most, with unusual pale fur and a spray of cherry blossom blooming from his antlers. The creature's ethereal beauty is surpassed only by its rarity. This legendary deer is a sight that few ever see, and fewer still manage to capture. Okay. Now we've done those, let's quickly give it a save. 145 hours as it stands. Okay, from here there's still a cosmetic merchant we'll go and see. and then we'll head over here to do the temple and the viewpoint. As I said, we still need to really learn who this person is that we need to buy cards for. Because there is someone, we just need to find them. Oh, there they are, over there. Because there must be a mission related to it.
Please have a look.
But I think we only buy them from ports. Port merchants, I think they do sell them. So she is just selling different mounts. And a saddle, and a hideout ox. And other bits and pieces.
You
At
will
least
return.
now it's
I
off
know
the
it.
map, but that's the important part. It's no longer going to show on the map as not done. Okay. There is a ship out there. Is that a ship? I think that's a ship, or is it an island? We'll have a look at that in a second. We want to be heading over here in a second as well. So, it's a ship. There's also something in here. What's this? Is that keys? No, I think this is actually something else. Sea Warriors and military. Was that bases? I think. Military boats. There we go. I don't know much about Japanese history at all, so I do enjoy reading these and learning a bit more of how they lived and what was going on and stuff. So, sea warriors and military boats. In medieval Japan, sea warriors had their own territories on the sea. There was a different enforcement structure on the waves. The warriors collected tolls from ships sailing in the waters and attacked those who did not pay. Essentially, they were pirates. In the 16th century, the terrestrial lords developed closer relationships with these sea warriors, integrating them into their vassalage to secure cooperation due to the necessity of sea transport and naval battles with other lords. Famous examples are the Mori and the Murakami of the Inland Sea, as well as Oda Nobunaga and the Kuki of Shima province, two naval forces that battled in Osaka Bay during the Honganji War. Again, sorry for pronunciation, it is probably really bad. It's the best I can do. Toyotomi Hideyoshi appointed his trusted subordinates as feudal lords in Awaji province. Obviously, Awaji was the DLC we did recently, on the eastern edge of the Inland Sea, and asked them to mobilise the sea warriors in their territories, which was essential for the invasions of Kyushu, Kanto, and later Korea. Kanto, that's Pokemon, isn't it? The ships used in Japan at the time were basically coastal river boats with flat bottoms and no keel. There were three main categories of boats: the large, heavily defended warships called Ataka-bun, the fast, medium-sized Seki-bun boats, and the small Koheya-bun used for reconnaissance or communication. During the Honganji War, Nobunaga is said to have built an iron plate-covered Ataki-bun, and that's it. It ends there. I'm sure there should be a little bit more on the end of that. But we learnt about boats. Like that one. Okay. We're going to be heading over this way. See what we come across. Obviously, there's a temple here. We need to potentially just find the path to get there. It's a lot easier to use paths with Yasuke, to be fair. The temple, viewpoint, and the viewpoint might show up other things nearby. So let's see if we can get back to the path. It's a river, it's not a path. That's the only problem with trying to go off the path to get to places. You end up being stuck and sliding. But I think this is the right way of looking at the pathway. The viewpoint here could be a problem unless we swap to Noe, to be fair. We shall see. Path leads to the left as well here. And we need to go... Is this the right way? I don't think it is. Maybe. It's kind of an awkward one. It kind of goes over to that way. This may not be the right path to take. We may have to come across ourselves. Oh, there's a temple. There's a shrine there we can take a prayer at. The bonuses. Group of people don't want to talk to us. Okay, this will be the shrine here then. There we go. Kamikura Shrine, so we need to clear this while we're here. And the viewpoint as well. We just need to honour shrines. 2 shrines to honour. Can't see where they are at the minute. There'll be little white dots will show up at the 2 places we need to go to. Once we're close enough as well, though. It doesn't show up from a distance. Big old shrine, this place, by the looks of it. One up there. There we go. That's our first. And then we'll need to do both these and we'll look for viewpoint afterwards. That's one done, though. It's amazing how much you think you've explored and then you realise you haven't done as much as you think. Right, viewpoint is up there. We're looking for one more shrine here. Not seeing a white dot anywhere at this point, which means we're too far away from it. Quite big shrines, aren't they? Viewpoint's up there. Might grab viewpoint first by the looks of things. The other shrine I don't think is this way. Right, we'll grab viewpoint first then. I wasn't going to, but just so happened it was here. I think the other shrine may be the opposite direction of the way we went originally when we first came here, to be fair. Let's see what we've got around us. Once we clear the shrine, if there's nothing else here, we'll go further away to where other places still stuff to have a look at and do. As I say, it's the question marks for the Kujikiri we need to find. And food vendors if we can. Right, that is synchronised. Is there any question marks showing up as new stuff we've not looked at? Not by the looks of it. I think everything here around this area is done then. I half expected one of the ships to show up as something different, but it didn't. So yeah, nothing new. Although here shows we've not explored it, there could be something there. We do want to try and get to this if we can as well. That's kill someone to purge the entity. Hay bale is always good fun. I love the fact he annoys himself. He annoys himself by doing them. It's a different saying each time. Right, we still need the other shrine to take a prayer out. We've done the one on the left. I think there was a choice of 2 ways to go when we entered here. I think maybe the other one's the other direction. Saying that, I don't know. Are we going away from the shrine? Yeah, we are. Yeah, it's not there. One more shrine to find. So there must be another... Oh, what about around here? Nothing showing up as of yet. This is a dead end, that's annoying. Why is that a dead end? Okay. I didn't think that would be a dead end, to be fair. Where is the second shrine then? Oh, it's actually up the... Oh, we were... Okay, I know where it is. So there was a choice of 2 different small paths up here. We went to the viewpoint, but actually there was one on our right here that we didn't see. And that's all we need to go to. Get up there. Come on. Alright, use the stairs then. This is a really small one, whereas normally they're a lot bigger than this. Hence why we didn't notice it. But that'll be the shrine complete. I think when we start Mirage and for the new DLC, that's going to be different. The combat systems are very, very different to what we're used to now. With this and other games. That it's going to potentially be problematic to start with at the very least. Right, we want to be getting this because obviously the more Animus stuff we get, the better. We're trying to clear the Animus. I think we head to this viewpoint here, follow the path down to it there. Everything here is done. Obviously, there's a big bit here that's not been explored, but using the viewpoint, there's nothing there as such. So I don't think there's anything to find, essentially, there. Horse archery there, we still need to clear that by the looks of things. I think we tried that one, it was tricky. But let's go here then. We'll move the season on. Oh, I can change season manually. I didn't. It's halfway, so we can get the second legendary animal done today if we can, or the third essentially. Let's fast travel here, purge this, see if we can complete the combat trophy at the same time, and then we'll change season and go and find the next legendary animal. I know it's going to change anyway, because we fast traveled, it changed. So it is now summertime. So for the next legendary animal we need, I've got to look where we go now. Right there. So this will be summertime, and we need to go to Omi, which actually isn't far away from us. It's a daytime one. Just going to quickly observe to see if there's anything new here we don't know about. Viewpoint there. Just a viewpoint. This is into water, isn't it? Jump into water and then follow the path down to there. So yeah, we need to head to Omi then after this. There's nothing in the water to pick up, it seems. I always have a look underwater whenever we jump in just to see if there's any chests. Sometimes there is, to be fair. Okay. Purge the corrupt entity is generally kill everyone. So we know this will be a simple one to do. If we can get a finisher on someone who's dazed and poisoned, even better. I think we kind of need to take everyone out until one person is left, then focus just on them. Seems to be the way to do it, I think. And then we'll find this legendary animal. We need to get it before the season changes again. That's the big important thing. If the season changes manually, accidentally, we're going to miss out and we'll have to wait for 3 more seasons to come back to it. We do not need to try and get it every time a season changes. Right, this I'm guessing will be an enemy camp, essentially. It's over there. I thought the path would lead us straight to it, but it's taking its time, so we'll go this way. Right, how many enemies are here? That's the person we need to do it to. There's actually quite a bit of treasure here as well. As I say, it's a case of take everyone out, bar one essentially, because we need a finisher on them. Who saw that? How did that miss? Had a headshot. Someone down. Headshots give us no enough straight kills. But you've got to get it right, like him. Right, I'm out of them arrows now, so poison arrows are these ones. Let's get into here. I'm trying to leave the entity we need to kill as last, I think. Take down the others first, and then hopefully we can get a finisher on the final guy. Moving on, jump. There's going to be reinforcements coming in now. So we need to stop the guy that calls in reinforcements, ideally. Okay, it's him down. I think the corrupt entity is the bow guy. No, it is the bow guy, is the corrupt entity. So we'll take this guy down, and then we'll go after the bow guy, because we need to shoot him to poison him anyway, before we get days on him. And we need a finisher on him. So, swap to bow. Poison arrows. I don't want to kill him, although taking armor is probably not a bad thing. Right, swap to katana. Oop. Ah, we didn't get it. He didn't do a finisher on him. We just did a normal attack. For some reason, it wasn't a finisher. Frustratingly. Right, let's grab everything that's here. There may actually be someone else left potentially, is why we didn't get a finisher. But yeah, that's annoying. Thing is, that happens. There's nothing you can do when that happens, unfortunately. I was really hoping we had a finisher. Maybe it's because that's the guy that the Animus wanted us to take down. Maybe that's why it wasn't a finisher, potentially. No, it's because there's someone left. I did wonder if there was someone left. Right, we don't want to kill him with that. We want to poison him. It's not enough poison on him. Let's do another poison. Missed him. Give me an arrow. Missed him again. Just want to make sure he's got poison. I don't want to kill him though. Right, poison on him. No, wasn't a finisher. So hoping that would have been a finisher there. But yeah, it was because there's someone left. Potentially there could still be someone else then. In fact, wasn't a finisher on anyone. There could be another guard somewhere we didn't see. One of his Noe's the only one that can really show that up. But we did the Animus bit, which is what we wanted to do. That's the main thing there. What else have we got? That's been cleared. We've been there already. That's a kata there. There is a bit here, which is a junction. Potentially, these statues we still need to do are at junctions in the road. So let's just go and double check. There isn't one there. So they're generally at junctions where there's more than one way to go. So I just want to double check there's nothing there. And then we'll have a look. We need legendary, in fact we need legendary animals is what we need to do. Right, there's no statue here. What's that? No. Okay. Legendary animal. It's an Omi, as it is now summer. The Shimmering Fields. So Omi is north of here. Here you go. Omi. Omi's quite big. Shimmering Fields. Over here. And then Shigaraki Hamlet in the Shimmering Fields. That's Koga. Is this Shimmering Fields as well? Yeah, that's Shin Crossing. Now, there's quite a bit of this we've not been to. I may not actually have the location already up. We're looking for a Tanuki here. Let's have a look. So Shimmering Fields is here. Iga is there. So it looks like it's over here. I think it's around here, judging by what I'm looking at. I hate having to follow this to find these things, but we'll never do this naturally. So I think it's around there. So we'll fast travel to here. I think we'll change to Noe. I just don't want to risk spooking it, and obviously with Yasuke we can be a bit heavy-footed. So I think being more of a silent character will make this a little bit easier. But we're looking for a legendary Tanuki, and then we've only got 2 left. One is the next season, autumn, and then after that it needs to be during the day, so we are the wrong time of day for this, but that's okay. Anything here to have a quick grab of? These are, we can accept these 2. No new opportunities. So there'll be new missions now on the map to get resources. So yeah, one will be autumn and one's any time. We're leaving the any time one till last, is my thinking. Okay. They're the missions that we can do any time. I don't think there's necessarily a path that leads here. There is kind of here though. I mean, that might be a stream in fact, or waterfallish kind of thing. Normally we'd follow the paths to these to make it a little bit easier and quicker, but we've got to get through the night anyway. I believe they added in the update you can change the time of day yourself. I haven't looked to see how we do that, because that, if we can, help us. We can get it to daytime rather than night. But we've not been over here, it seems, so this may not be the only thing around this area. Kind of gone downhill there. Thought we'd get to the stream that kind of seemed to be on the map. There it is, that's the stream. Shimmering fields, which is where we need to be. If this leaves us one more to do, seasonal one, then we're making very good progress in this platinum. It may not feel like it at times, so I think we are making decent progress. We can grab this one. How much time? Still an hour left, plenty of time. Right, so it's meant to be here during the day. Can we change time ourselves? So I'm pretty sure we could, but I don't know how, and I don't think we can. I can see. I'm not seeing a way of changing time. I thought they'd added it where you can, but I'm not seeing it. Mastery, it's not there. It's not on the world map, is it? Futura's closed, legend, recenter. Yeah, there's nothing there that tells me we can change time ourselves. Which is a little bit annoying, considering we're now going to wait. As it is night time. I'm not entirely sure of the exact location of this either. Obviously, the one I'm trying to follow is a rough guide. I think we're in roughly the right place. That's quite high there, isn't it? I think we're in the right place. Let me double check what I'm looking at. Oh, I don't think we are, actually, looking at that. So, on my thing, the stream's on our left. We want to be further this way, then. Actually, to be fair. We want to be kind of like there, I think. Okay, my marker's in the wrong place. That's fine. Good job I double checked that. Like I said, we've got the time because we needed to get the daytime anyway. But it's further along than where we are. It's the other side of the stream, essentially. It does seem on the map, there did seem like there was something here as well. Yeah, there is. There's a question mark there. Obviously, we've not been here either. This is a hamlet. Oh, there's also something there to have a look at. What is this? It's going to tell us about something. What is this? Tanuki. This is what we're looking for as a legendary animal. This is about tanukis. So the tanuki, or raccoon dog, virid dog, I've never heard of that one, or type of raccoon, is a common animal throughout Japan. In folklore, it is a magical forest spirit considered to be a yokai, a strange creature, an invisible spirit of Japanese folklore. Historically, the tanuki were not friendly, even hostile to humans, sometimes killing them. During the Edo period, the tanuki gradually transformed into good-natured and mischievous yokai, endowed with disproportionate male attributes and often subject of humour. Like the fox, the tanuki plays tricks on humans and can also transform into a human. It was said a tanuki could transform into a high-ranking Buddhist monk and go on a journey. In the 20th century, the potters of Shigaraki began to represent the tanuki with a friendly face, round eyes, a straw hat, a round belly, and carrying a sake gourd on his arm or attached to his belt. In fact, a tanuki loves to drink, which is why these statuettes are found in front of drinking establishments. Furthermore, these statuettes are considered good luck charms. The tanuki was made famous to the Western public by the animated film Porn Poko by Isao Takahato in 1994. Pom Poko, not Porn Poko. Pom Poko. I've never even heard of that film, to be fair. But from 1994, supposedly, that was when the Western world learned more about them. Okay, legendary tanuki, but obviously it needs to be daytime. There's some treasure over here, it seems. Someone's fighting nearby, it seems, as well. I hear someone arguing.
I'll kill you with my bare hands.
I think we'll help the local. Do a double assassination. If he runs away, he won't help us. If he stays, he will. He stays. Perfect. We want information from him.
I'm glad to have found you alive.
Me too. Let me repay your kindness.
Hopefully he finds us a statue
You
would be
don't need to
helpful.
repay me.
Or, do we don't need to repay us? Yes, he does. We wanted information. He's given us a valuable. Okay. I want to know where next food merchant was. It's still night time, annoyingly. Is there anything else here? Not by the looks of things. So I think we're right near where we need to be, according to what I've got. I think my marker's in roughly the right place. To the right of this village, it seems. Yeah, maybe a little bit further on, but it's around this area. But the annoying part is we can't fast travel here, so we don't want to go too far. But we needed to go to daytime. Unless I'm missing something in terms of changing time of day. I didn't actually look at this before. Kujikiri? There's 21 Kujikiri. I didn't know this. Will it tell us all the ones we haven't done, or is that just the 21 we know about? I wonder if that's just the 21 we know about. I think there's more than that. I think that's just the ones we know about. Portrait. Crests. We've done all the crests. There's none more left on the map. Food vendors, we don't know location anymore. We've got 3 locations for statues that we know about. I hadn't actually looked at that before, to be fair. Okay. That doesn't help us right now, though, does it? We need daytime. What we could do is fast travel to there. Try and get that out of the way. It's just kill people. It's a military encampment. And hope that moves time on. I think that's our only real option here. We'll go as Yasuke. We're trying to complete the other combat one. We'll go as Yasuke. We just needed to be daytime for the legendary Tanuki. Still nighttime by the looks of things. We've not been here, so let's quickly try and grab see if there's any new contracts, just so if there's anything else to show up on the map. Always worth checking. No. Okay. Right, we'll try and take out this encampment. Again, we're trying to get to the last person and do a finisher with poison and daze. It is poison. I'm just double check myself. Poison and dazed. Yeah, we need to do a finisher, so potentially the last person in the encampment is what we need to do. And hopefully we do that, it will then move to daytime and we can go and do the legendary animal. There's Shinobi hiding here. Come on, Shinobi. I don't mind the Shinobi attacking because that's a chance for us to do what we need here. Hello, Mr. Shinobi. He is poisoned. Oh, he's not poisoned anymore. I need a finisher though. How'd I miss that? Poison now. It wasn't a finisher, doesn't count. Yeah, wasn't a finisher. That's the only thing, getting the finisher to happen isn't simple, that's the thing. But we'll try on the camp. If we take everyone out and leave it to the last person, and then hopefully we can get a finisher to happen. I don't think there's an automatic way of doing it. I think it is just happens on the last person, potentially. In fact, before we do it, let's quickly have a look at the codex in terms of fighting. Because there is a chance it tells us how to do a finisher. Combat. Advanced fighting. Focus, dodge, posture. No. Afflictions. No, there's nothing there about finishers, is there? There's always a small chance there might have been. Right, this is the enemy encampment. We need to leave one enemy alive, essentially. And that way we can do a finisher on him.
I cannot allow you to pass.
Don't need to allow me to pass. Pin down. Got to leave one person alive. And then we need to shoot him with poison arrows before killing him with the katana. Come on then, you two. I think he's going to keep finding new people, isn't he? Yeah, so he's going to, the big guy's going to keep coining people. Let's still just leave the Teppo guy alive. Do him last. If he's the last one alive, hopefully we'll get a finisher. Right, that's the last guy down. The only guy left is the Teppo guy. So poison, we need poison on him, and then we need to do a finisher with daze. Okay, poison ran away too quickly. It's because we had him fully poisoned. So we don't want him fully poisoned. We just want some poison. Wasn't a finisher. Once again, finisher didn't seem to happen. I wonder if maybe we need to parry to get a finisher, potentially. There must be a way of checking how to do finishers properly. I just need to look it up. But I think it is just the last person in a group, maybe. Right, that's all this cleared, though. I know it's not, a few bits here. And then we need to head back to where Tanuki is and hope it changes the daytime on the way. Just want the daytime. Why are you telling us to observe our surroundings? Not like we haven't got over 100 hours in. Okay, Tanuki's over that way. I wonder if we change... I think it is coming to daytime. I think it is. Yeah, I think we are getting the daytime. So, we need to go and find this Tanuki. Again, we don't want to scare it off. I wonder if we should... Let's swap to Noe, just to try and ensure we don't scare this off. It'd be really frustrating if we did, considering. But this will leave us two legendary animals. One will be autumn and one will be whenever we want to. This is why we're leaving that one till last. It is still night time, but I think we are getting there. In terms of time of day. Okay. I didn't think there was a way of, I'm sure I read that they were changing it, so maybe it's only changed season, but I thought they added you could change time of day yourself. Unless it was talked about and never implemented, I don't know. I swear I read something about it though. But then changing the season is not as easy as I thought it would be. You can't just change it completely manually, it is, you still got to wait certain periods. Right, I think my marker's roughly the right location, but we could be slightly out, so we need to be a bit aware. Nothing's showing up yet. I don't know what happens if you get there too early. That's the other thing. If you're too early, does it still appear or does it not? Because it's still, I think it's still night time. Looking at that. We did get a new bow. Let's have a quick look at that. What we have here. Less weapon damage, more posture, less ability, more vulnerable. Yeah, not really worth changing to that, is there? The objective is just showing up as there's only 3 animus now left to do. We did 2 today so far. It's just not daytime, I don't think. Well, I think the sun is starting to come out. No, there's still stars in the sky. It's not night time. If there's no manual way of changing time of day, then we haven't really got a choice but to wait around. I really don't want to wait around if we can avoid it. I don't think there's a way of changing time of day. Fast travelling is probably our only real option, in all honesty. God, that didn't work because I'd been in trouble. Yeah, I don't think there is a normal way of changing time of day. Do I want to fast travel back and come back across the game? Not really. But I don't think we've got much choice. While the stars are in the sky, it is still night time. Problem is, I don't know how long the night sequence lasts until daytime. But it's definitely not daytime yet. So, we're going to have to fast travel back here and see if that swaps time. And we can get us through the night. There's no point in hanging around waiting. So we need to see if we can actually do it ourselves. Is that daytime? No. It's still nighttime, isn't it? There's the moon. It's still nighttime. Okay, that's fast travel to here. I just wanted to change time of day. That's all I want. Come on, give me daytime. Not how I want to be doing things this, but still nighttime. Nothing new to observe. So that to me is still nighttime. Well, I can't fully look up from here. So I don't know how long the sequence lasts. Let's go back to here again and see if we can get it to change. I just want daytime. The bit to say what month we're in has actually moved a bit across, so we've got to be careful of that. And top right called it's moved now towards autumn. I just really don't want to get to yet. We need this legendary animal. Still night time. Let's head to the location. We can't be far off it turning to day, surely. So we'll try and get to the location. We've still not really found it exactly. It's not a million miles away, but the last thing I want to do is just to stand still and wait. That's the thing. But I don't think we have much choice in a minute. It just won't do what we want it to do. We just need the sun to come out. Come on. Give us daytime. Are we getting close to daytime? There's less stars in the sky. I think we must be getting there. There's definitely less stars in the sky. At least I think there is. Thing is, I don't want to fast travel too much in the season change. Now I've seen the season thing change. I don't want to risk that happening. That's my only concern right now, is that happening. Still go straight ahead. There is a pathway to get to along here. Come on, give us daytime. I think it is changing. It's just okay, so I don't know how long it takes. I don't want to get to it too early and then not spawn in because we're there too early. That's the other concern. Is this the pathway? Yes, I think this is the pathway. It is. To the village. So that's where we want to be going. Is it daytime? Definitely less stars. Well, the village is up here anyway. Let's head to the village. Which is near to where we're going. I'd say my concern is already there it won't spawn. And I don't want to wait another 4 seasons to come back and try and do this one again. Because that would be annoying. So we know this is the Tanuki village. I think we are getting there, daytime wise. It's getting a bit brighter, isn't it? Anyway, put the camera, to be fair. Yeah, it's getting daytime. I think that is a sign that the sun is coming out. There we go. Isn't it red sky in the morning, shepherd's warning is what we say here in the UK? That would tell me that it's going to be a bad weather day. Okay, so we need to go up here, really. Are we actually at daytime? Is there any more stars? If there's no stars, it's daytime, I think. Definitely morning, by looks of things. Can't see the moon anymore. There's definitely no stars in the sky. Depends on camera angle, depends how bright it is though. Is that is the start of the daytime back there. It's definitely brighter to a degree. Well, to a degree. Right, let's try heading up there. Like I say, my only concern is we're too early and it doesn't spawn. So markers in the rough location. I'm not 100% on location, but I think we're in the rough area. This is the village, and it's out the back of the village, I think. Come on. Please show up. I've got a feeling it's going to appear here, I think. So, when I compare this to what I'm looking at, villages there to there is not far. I think my marker's roughly on the right place. It's whether or not we're daytime enough. That does look like that's the place it appears over there though, doesn't it? That's definitely got to be daytime now. As I say, my concern is we're here too early so it doesn't spawn. I'm not seeing where it is though. Nothing is showing up. Time of day is definitely changing though. My only concern, like I say, is we're here too early. Does that mean it doesn't spawn in? I think we've gone too far now. Looking at mine thing, it's roughly there is where we should be going. I've not checked to see if I've annoyed anyone today. No, we're all good. Okay, we will head a little bit more towards that. Come on. Please show up. I don't know how close we need before it shows up. I think it's within 50 meters. It seems to have been previous to the others. That area in the village looked to be the right place for it to appear, you know. That big opening. For me, I would have said that's the right place for it to appear. Well, it's definitely daytime now, I think. It's early morning maybe, but it is daytime at the very least. Can we get this to appear? We know it's going to appear around here somewhere. There's a pathway there, isn't there? just seeing a small. There seems to be a pathway. That's got to be where it's going to appear, surely. What I'm looking at doesn't show a pathway, annoyingly. That's the problem. Yeah, it doesn't show me a pathway, so I don't know. It's more zoomed out than I am, essentially. Zoomed out number 3, it says. I think it is roughly the right place. It's definitely daytime now. Then we can tell that. So let's see if we can get to this location. There is a pathway to follow, which I think is the right thing to do. If I can see the pathway. Is it a pathway? I think it is. It's up there. Maybe. I don't know. But let's see. Come on. Let's see if we can find it. It's the chickens are making noise. It's definitely daytime. Give me a legendary Tanuki. Come on. Nothing showing up that I can see so far. Come on, legendary Tanuki. I still think maybe it's in that opening that we could see. There's like a shrine to them, weren't it? I still think it's roughly here. So I'll have to keep coming off the stream to look to see if we're getting closer. I think because we hear the chicken noise, it definitely is daytime now. At the very least, but nothing is appearing, it seems. That's a big slide. I wonder if we head back to that opening we saw near the village, maybe, because I think that's surely where it's going to appear, although my map says otherwise. Yeah, there is definitely something there as well, behind us. See if we can find it. Don't know where that opening we saw was, to be fair. Oh, so we can hear animals. Oh, it's a stream we could hear. We could see. That's what it was. A stream. It looked like a pathway on the map, but it's not. It's a stream then. See, it's somewhere around here, but I can't see it, and it's annoying. Come on, we need this before it changes back to next season. So I can't afford a fast travel, ideally. But my concern is we were here too early, and because of that, we won't see it now. Come on, Tanuki, where are you? Cannot afford for it to change season. See, there's the shrine area there that we were looking at previously. But that, to me, according to the map I've got anyway, that's further south than it should be. According to mine, it's around here somewhere, from what I've got, but doesn't mean mine's perfect, because I'm gauging it by what I can see, which isn't very much. But yeah, I think it's roughly there. We are daytime now. I think it's up the top of that cliff. I think normally they appear when you're within 50 meters from what we've seen previously. It'd probably help if I knew exactly what the Tanuki was doing, because then you know roughly where it's going to be because of that. Yeah, we're in 50 meters, it's not there. How far up the hill do we go is the question. Come on, Mr. Tanuki, where are you? It's quite a steep hill though, which makes me wonder maybe we're not right in the right place. My marker's saying it's there. Which I think it might be, because it's definitely not up on this hill, I don't think. It appears now when I scare it off by sliding down the hill, that won't be good. So it's not going to be on a side of a hill like this. We may need to fast travel and come back just to see if it appears, to be fair. I think being here since night time is maybe going to stop it spawning in. Obviously I don't know the conditions for it to spawn in, to be fair. Anything here? Obviously this is a site of Tanuki. I think that's a little bit obvious. Right, I think what we need to do is move away, fast travel to reset the location. So we'll fast travel back to the Koga Kakariga, and then we'll come back and see if we can find it. I just think it needs to reset. My only concern is obviously the season changing, and we don't want that to happen. But I think waiting since night time doesn't help us. Things we do for trophies and a legendary animal, hey? But this is the exact reason I have to do something I hate doing, and that's use a guide. We would never find this normally. I want to know the people that first find these trophies for the first time, because how would you find this? And that, other than accidentally, but you have to be the right season, right location, at the right time of day. Obviously some people have found it naturally to actually discover it for the first time, surely. But I don't know how you would have done. You know, we've discovered things in games that other people haven't found before, and that's, you know, and that's the brilliance of exploring. But trophies are slightly different to that. For the person to be the first person to obtain that trophy, when it's something like this, does make you wonder how. Right, we're hoping it's reset by fast travelling. One is you can't do it too often, or the season will change. It's definitely daytime now as well, so we've got to try and get this before daytime ends. There's animals around because we can hear them as well, but not what we need. Now, I don't, according to the map I've got, the Tanuki won't be in the area we're looking at, so. Which, to be fair, if they appeared in the the area we saw with the Tanuki statues and they're like a feeding bowl, that would make more sense, which is here. But from my map, it doesn't say they appear here. But this would make the most sense, wouldn't it? To be honest. My thing says that's up there. But still nothing. The other ones we've done have actually appeared where they're meant to every time. But this one, this is not appearing where we want it to be, or where we think it should be. We'll keep heading up for a minute. It's just not appearing. So unless we've got it wrong, but if everything else I've read is right, why would this one be wrong? That's the thing. And the problem is we can't fast travel too much now, because we will reset the we'll change the time of day. There is a stream there, isn't there? I don't know what this Tanuki is meant to be doing, to be fair. Yeah, I don't have that. We've got the hamlet, that's fine. Season is summer, is what it is. Yeah, I don't know. We've gone too far off where we're meant to be now. But yeah, according to what I'm seeing, it should be roughly around here. But I don't know. Thing is, we can't go away from this until we do it, because this is needed. Without this, we can't complete the platinum. And after the legendary deer we did earlier, I thought, oh, this would be simple. But because that appeared in the right place at the right time, no issues. And then you get this one. It doesn't want to give us what we want. I don't think it's a location issue. I think it's an annoying issue, if anything. I don't want to give up on it, but what else can we do? There's the question. It's not here, it's not here. This is not showing. Let me just do a quick search and just see if I can get any more information on this Tanuki. It's just... It should be here. Okay. Obviously that's an interactive map there. Ah, so that's telling me it's south actually. So this, I've just did a quick search to see if we can find some more information, and that's telling me it's there. Well, roughly there. It's there, according to what I've just seen. So let's try that then. Which I think is that opening that we can see in the village. I think it's that. Which does make sense, to be honest. Considering what the opening is. Because that's where they feed the Tanuki for them to come to appear there. But no, still nothing. Yeah, I think this is the location they're meant to appear. It's not nighttime though, is it? It is daytime. But it's not here. Is there any more information I can see? Summer, daytime. Can only be counted in summer and during the day to keep this in mind. So it has to be summer. I don't think so the picture they're showing me here is we're in the right place. But it's not. I would say the only difference between what the picture is showing me and what we're doing is it's not bright enough. So I think we're definitely in summer. But according to it's no way that's bright enough. We did change the season. It gave us the option to change the season. We did do that. That is now... I wonder if we've got the season wrong, maybe. I'm going to leave the marker on for location. I think that's correct. Symbols. Let's just see if they've all got the right symbol on there. Because there is a difference. So, no, it's still spring. That flower that's showing there is springtime. So although we changed the season, because it gave us the option to, we didn't change it to summer. So the summer one we're looking at, it should be a sun. Autumn is leaves falling, spring is what's there now on the top right, and then winter is bigger, winter snowflake. So actually we have the location correct. It isn't summer yet. Despite it looked like it changed season. Because it was spring previously when we got the legendary deer. But it gave us the option to change season. Pardon me, I don't understand that. Okay, it isn't spring. We'll leave the marker on so we know where this animal is. Sorry, it's not summer. We'll leave the marker on for the minute. We still need food. We still need the statues. I want to do the musician, I think. That's something I think I want to look at. We're not a million miles away from where it's meant to be fair. There's meant to be a legendary chest there. If we go to Hiroyima. No, let's go to here and head north. There's a statue. Okay, let's do statue there. We go to a house here, statue, and then musician, because I'm curious about the musician. And then we're hoping we can get it to change season. But yeah, so all that time we've just wasted, so thinking it was summertime, it wasn't. I should have looked at the symbols sooner, admittedly. But it's because it allowed us to change the season. And that was after we'd done the deer. So I thought it had changed season, but obviously not. Which is really weird. I don't quite understand that, but there we go. It is what it is. I can't change it. We can put these on so we've got more rewards. Is that a second? Okay, hang on. I think we've just got another musician show up. We have. So south of where we are is another musician. We know there's one north of where we are. That's interesting. Okay. Well, we'll go for the statue first, as we said. That's just north of where we are now. Seasons-wise, still can't change it. I can't believe we wasted all that time trying to find the right place to then work out, actually, it was still the wrong season. I should have noticed it sooner. It seems like we wasted so much time that we could have spent doing other things, but it's just a silly mistake, to be fair. Right, statue is what we're looking for. And then, yeah, we're going to find the musician. I don't understand what the musicians do then. There must be something to them that we've not realised yet. I still think it's down to not having a certain mission. Actually means we need to head to Tamba, really, and see if we can find the missions we're missing in Tamba, I think. Statues here, though. That leaves us 15 more of these to do. So we're getting closer with those. So, next up, musician. He is a long way north of where we are, to be fair. But I'm curious to see what that is. I've got a feeling there is a mission we're missing. Same as the playing cards. It's the only thing that kind of makes sense for some of these things is that we're missing the mission. And the only one that don't have enough people telling us what they need seems to be Tamba. I think it's Tamba. We'll have to have a look. Right, well, we'll head here. Then I think we go and see if we can find these missions we're missing. Because I think it's the only way of actually making sure we've done other things. We still need to find more Katakuji. Guess where you are? Hang on a second. Bear me a second. Mother House must be guess where I am. Oh! Mother House just messing me. A picture of a polar bear. Guess where I am. I know where she is. There's a place in the UK called Jimmy's Farm. And we watched a program recently about him building the biggest polar bear enclosure in the world, supposedly. And he rescued these polar bears. And we said we wanted to go at some point. Mother half is now there. Mother half works in a school with children with learning difficulties, so they go on these trips, and yeah, she obviously didn't know she was going. She didn't tell me in advance. We'll leave them fighting. I'm not interested in joining the fighting. We're going to try and find this musician, and then we'll try and move on, I think, until we need to come back for the animal. We've got 20 minutes left. I was so excited thinking we could get 2 legendary animals done in one day, knowing the time of these seasons do take a while to change. And actually it turned out, no. Unless the season changes in the next 20 minutes. But then knowing there's only this one and then 2 more is actually pretty good, to be fair. Okay, musician, where are you? Should be coming up now. There's a question mark nearby as well. So again, it's somewhere we've not been. I think we need to head up. This is a shrine. Okay. Is this a shrine we need to clear? No. But the musician is at the shrine. What's this? This is Dancing for the Gods. Kagura. Dancing for the Gods. Kagura is music with dance dedicated to the gods performed for Shinto rituals. It is performed for the gods who were invited on site by the installation of their seat in a purified space and burning a torch. These gestures were designed to appease the soul of the invited deities. The name Kagura comes from the word Kamigura, the seat of the gods. Among the various forms of Kagura, the one performed in ceremonies of the imperial court is respectfully termed Mikagura. The forms performed for shrines are called Satu Kagura, meaning countryside Kagura. The former is Gagaku, a type of court music. Okay. Right, where's my musician? Straight ahead. I don't think we actually, other than a bit of XP, I think that's all we get for that. So yeah, we get a bit of XP for clearing them, that's it. Doesn't seem anything else happens there, strangely. But there, we found the musician. It was kind of a bit of an anticlimax, to be honest. I suppose while we're here, we should go for the statue. And then I was going to fast travel to see if we can pick up some more of these missions we believe we're missing. Statue is that way. Just seen the drop out down there. Obviously, we've got to find a path. Statue's always on paths, obviously. So this is where going off track doesn't going through the forest doesn't help you. We need to get to a pathway. Normally a junction, to be fair. We get the general direction though, it should be able to find it. And then yeah, I think we have a look at where else we still need to go. The thing is, we still need to clear these Kakuji, which are the meditation points for Noe. And they're the ones that we're only going to find via question marks. If we come too far down, I think we may have done here. Come on. I don't know if I can get up there. Need a path, ideally. Oh, actually, we might be there. Statue's meant to be round here, so there's a path below us, I think, here. Yeah, I don't want to speak to you guys. There's meant to be a... We'll comply. I'm not too worried taking them on. Where's the path that leads here? Because that will be what we need. Over here. We could take them on, it's not the end of the world, but we don't gain from it unless we do the combat trophy we're looking at, to be fair. Where's the statue? Okay, we've gone out of the area. There's a statue around here somewhere. Not seeing it though. There it is. There we go. Right, let's have a proper look at them and let's see what these missions that we're missing, I think. That's another statue complete though. I think we're down to 14 maybe now. I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, 14 needed. Nice. So Tamba seems to be the one that's missing people. Whereas all the others you can see, they've all got people. And Eager, to be fair, and maybe Harima as well. They don't have as many people in that want us to do things. Which tells me, because the minimum is 4, I wonder if there is things to do. Like people to find to give us the missions. And we know we've picked up some random things that we don't quite know what they're for. So Eager over here, which is we're not actually nearly in it, to be fair. Let's see what's here. So there is another statue there. We've got a house here. Eager's not a massive place though, is it? It seems like we've done quite a lot in Eager already. Waterfalls. This is obviously where Noe's from, Eager. Give and see, we have explored quite a lot of here and not found any people. That's Yamashiro over there. This is back to Eager. Yeah, it doesn't seem like Eager's got much missing. Apart from this far edge. So although it does seem like we're missing people to talk to, although there is a pass there maybe, doesn't seem right, does it? I don't know. We'll fast travel here anyway. We're going to grab the shrine while we're here. That will leave us 13. But maybe there is only 2 people to deal with there then. It just seems too little, to be fair. When most of the others have got 4, but then there is a couple more now with 2. But playing cards make no sense. Musicians, I don't quite understand what's going on with that other than getting a bit of XP. I thought there'd be a mission related to it. There's another Kakariko, which is basically a house to buy. Okay. Normally, they're near places. I wonder if there is something else there then to go to. Can I change season? No. Okay. Thought I'd try. We'll go to the shrine, then we'll go and see if we can find this Kakariko, because it seems like potentially it's a house for us to buy, which is normally near something that we can do. So there is a potential there for something we haven't found before. But yeah, we've made some progress. We've got one of the combat trophies done. We've got one of the legendary animals, so we are closer there to what we need. So we have got a few things done today. Just, I was disappointed that we wasted that time looking for the animal without realising we were still in the wrong season. I don't know why it let me change the season the way it did. That's the only bit I don't understand. Because we've done the legendary deer, we've done the heron, so Tanuki is next. Then it's the silver fox, and then one we can do any time. I think we would have got more done. That's the thing. If we hadn't waited. We're going to try and head over here and see what this is. As I say, it feels like we are missing missions. It really does. There's a load of blood here. Why is there a load of blood? These people are ill. There's little stories like that you see around the place, and you think there might be something to actually give us more information. There's a blood trail here. Fruit on the floor. Why does it seem like a dodgy place to be? There is actually a red camp there. What's that? Okay, so that's a place there. I don't really want to follow that though. We want to head left here. I don't think we can climb up there. But yeah, I don't want to be going to that place there. I want to go up. I don't know if we can from here. I don't want to get into a fight either. We have still got one combat trophy to do, but we need to be Yasuke for that. It'd be easier with Yasuke, I think. Let's head this way. There's a path. There we go. I hear a storm coming in as well. So we know this leads to a Kakariko, or should at least lead to a Kakariko. There's enemy camp there. I'm not overly worried about. The cherry blossom's really nice, I must admit. My boy loves cherry blossom. Whenever he's playing Minecraft, he always likes to build in the cherry blossom biome. What's this thing? Right, Kakariko's here. Which is our house. Let's buy that. And then we'll have a fast travel there. So as I say, normally there's something else nearby. We'll see if the contracts give us that information, maybe. I was hoping we'd change season by fast travelling, but we didn't. Okay, we can see that in the distance. That's already done, the fort. Sometimes just looking really close to the map gives us the information we need, but no. Still can't change season. In here, where's the contracts? There. Small box. Anything new? No. Nothing new. And the pathway out of here leads that way, which is back. Oh no, that leads up that path. Hang on, where does that lead? If it leads anywhere but the borders of Shimagara, that's fine. Right, where is that leading us? Back to the Buddhas, which I don't, down here, isn't it? There is still something up here, though. It would seem. But we're moving up for 10 minutes. I feel like we should get something else done in 10 minutes, but it's finding that one thing to do. But yeah, I don't know if Eager has got more people to find, or there is only 2. It seems weird that a lot of the other places have a lot more in them. There's a pass here. I'm just going to try and head straight up. And as I say, the playing cards and musicians, there seems to be stories we're missing at this point, and we don't know why. But it doesn't seem obvious to find them either, that's the thing. If only we could get it to change season. Hasn't come up to say we're in the past yet, though. Oh, we are now. We're definitely in the past now. So, we want to be heading with the water, ideally. Let's head up this way. There might not be anything here. It just looks like on the map there should be. But maybe there isn't. Hear that storm coming in though, can't we? Yeah, I don't think there's anything here. It's going back down to where we were, to be fair. What have we got there? Legendary chest. Okay. There's cosmetic merchant there. We've got 10 minutes left. I can't change the season so we can do the Tanuki. So we need to try and do something that we can do. That's tournament. Win the tournament 3 times. Oh wow, okay. I didn't realise that was the thing. Do a tournament more than once. Where are these anomalies? Let's see if we can clear one of those before we finish today. There's another statue there. Legendary chest. Ekariga. 2 more dishes as well we need. So we need to find 2 more lots of food, essentially. We'll go over this way. Kakariga and Secret of the Hidden Trail. I don't think we've got anywhere nearby, have we? Get there quickly. No, there is a house there though, but the Secrets of the Hidden Trail. That's different. That just sounds different, doesn't it? Rumors of a Hidden Trail. Come on, let's quickly see if we can finish them off. Ah, here. What have we got this here? Mine Echoes. Okay. So this castle here, we've got a Mine Echoes. So we'll quickly fast travel here as Noe and see if we can quickly clear this one done. So it's another bit towards the Animus project, at least today. They do change in 2 days' time. We're live again with Shadows on Thursday, so they won't have changed by the time we stream, admittedly. But Mining Echoes is a little bit different, so we'll go and do that first. Oh yeah, we've got to be careful here. I forgot this is an area not to be seen. Although it sounds like they're being attacked. Can I get up there? Come on. I need to get round. The mining echoes isn't in the bit we're in now, that's the thing. Okay, we're out. So the mining echoes is actually in a bit to the side. Not in this first bit. Into the hay bale. So we should be able to get round without this first bit being involved. Yeah, they've been attacking someone, haven't they? I think they are attacking that, weirdly. But that's nothing what we're doing. We're looking for the echoes we're looking to mine. Which are up here. Why does it seem like I'm going the wrong way? Feels like we're going the wrong way coming down there, but... No, actually you're right. So it's another camp. Not too sure what Mine Echoes is. I don't know if it is killing people like normal, or it's just collecting things. Ruins of Kenki. Ruins of Kenki. The river is red with blood as well. Looking at that. We have been here before, to be fair. We're only here because the animus wants us here. Right, I don't quite know what we need for the mining echoes. So we need to get to that location there, and hopefully it'll tell us what we need to do. And then at least there's another Animus project complete. Or at least something towards the Animus projects. Listen, I don't know if they're training or fighting. Something's going on. We don't want to get seen if we can avoid it, just to save us all the hassle. Okay. There's lots of people here. There's our Mine Echoes marker. So what do we need to do is the question. There's something there. I think we have to go and pick it up potentially. It's in the room where them two people are. Which could be problematic. It's in there. So it looks like it's a chest, to be fair. Nice little chest here, though. Right, through here is what we need. There are two guards in there too. I suppose we go in and just go for it, I think. What I might do, actually. Ah, okay, there's a little bit in the way there. Can I take him out? Yeah. I wanted the other guy to react. Hopefully he comes this way. There we go. I know, more people coming in. That wasn't what I wanted. Is he going to come this way? The other guy left. Alright, it's him taken care of. Let's quickly grab these. There we go. That is complete. We can now get out of here. It was a simple case of just doing that. I need to get away though. Ideally a bit before we're seen. And there is an alarm there as well. We've been here because everything's open, to be fair. I'm gone. Oh, there's a natural... Okay.
I need to paint this. I need to be quiet.
So this is a natural Sumi-E. We're looking for the legendary ones. This is a natural one. And be careful when you get close without making too much noise. Be quite cool to finish off with this though. Annoyingly not the legendary.
No sudden moves, Naue.
I'm there. Are we not close enough?
Perfect spot.
There we go. We get to finish with a Simi then. A small deer with its fawn. Thank you for the like, but it was much appreciated. We come close to getting the second legendary Simi done today. We did gain one trophy, the combat trophy at least. We need to work on the poison of the day's combat trophy. And still close, see if we can find more of these Kujikiri, more than anything else. Mother and child Shikadir done. We can now have a fawn as a pet in the hideout. Let's have a look. We are out of time as well, so we did gain a new weapon. Let's have a quick look. We gained the kinetic Kusiyagama of stunning. Gives us days build up actually. It could be useful in terms of that trophy we need to do. And the Shika fawn and deer. An ink painting of a female Shika deer lovingly tending to a young. In the springtime, mother deer lick their newborn fawns to clean them, preventing predators from smelling and targeting to help its offspring. The grooming process is remarkably thorough, and the mother deer can't remove nearly all the scent. Oh, sorry, can remove nearly all scent from her young. That's quite cool. So we are waiting for it to turn to summertime, so we can then go and get the next legendary, which hopefully will be, well, it will happen on Thursday. This changing season manually doesn't work, not properly anyway. In terms of everything else, there's still lots to find, admittedly. We're getting closer with the statues though, they're nearly done. Food, we found one today, we need 2 more as well, so we are getting closer. I was just annoyed that we wasted a lot of time trying to find the Tanuki, and obviously we was in the wrong season still. We have got one reward to claim here. We've got 2 in fact, what we just cleared with the Animus stuff. There's an encrypted data fragment, which is one of the reasons we're doing these. These give us information on the home screen when we load up the game more than anything else. I think once we've got them all, maybe we look at them all, but until then there's no point, because not all of them makes complete sense until you have all of them. We're getting some more keys again. We don't spend keys. We'll have a quick look in the shop. Not that I'm going to use the keys. We've got Yasuke gear. Noe sliver of smoke katana. Yasuke's crowhead robes of the summits. Yasuke's helmet, Kabuto of the summit spirit. And then we've also got daily selection of the Yagaro Hatu outfit, which is an outfit for one of our allies actually. And then we've got the summer deer. I just don't like cosmetics. None of them interest me. I kind of feel like I'm missing something by not doing them. But none of them interest me. I don't see the point in any of it. So we're now 147 hours and 17 minutes in as we chase this platinum. As I say, we are getting closer. We're just not quite there yet. But we'll keep going. As I say, we're back on Thursday with more Assassin's Creed Shadows. Tomorrow morning, we continue on Roadcraft on the final map of the base game as well. Hoping to get that finished to start DLC this week as well, hopefully. Platinum-wise, will we get it done this week? I don't know. Probably not the way it's looking, I guess. Potentially next week. Mainly because the seasons take too long to change over. So tomorrow, if we get the summer season, we can get that legendary done. We've got to wait till autumn then for the next one. And then there's one that can be done any time of year. But the autumn one we've got to wait for. And I'm guessing the way it looks, that one stream is generally one season. The way it's working out time-wise. So, yeah, I think maybe Platinum next week. But we'll see how we go tomorrow, on Thursday. But that is us for today. If you haven't seen the pinned comment, the DLC to Mirage is out on the 18th of November. We'll be live on release as we look to see Basim's story continue. Although weird that they're doing it before the end of the Mirage game, but there we go. That's down to the people. But that is us today. A massive thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for the likes, the comments, the views, and the conversation. We're back tomorrow morning with Roadcraft. Assassin's Creed Shadows is back on Thursday. But until then, enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you on live stream very soon. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.